So you afraid Satan, that mysterious man, and you keep saying, in hell be living. Each time you know you're thinking wrong, devil got so all over town. You're afraid of devil, you're afraid of bad. Well, look the devil right in your yard, and he grinning while you say grace, shaking up the daily people face. Where the devil day, where the devil day, look the devil day. To fool people eyes, devil does disguise, but it's no problem to recognize them. Some like to deck in suit whole day and rock their neck, have vanity. You're afraid of devil, you're afraid of bad. Well, look the devil right in your yard, and he grinning while you say in grace, shaking up the daily people face. With the devil day, with the devil day, look the devil day. Hey. It had some devil with gone and Bible who praise their Savior, but must they pay back? Another kind, she kicks and blows, hiding behind some police clothes. You're afraid of devil, you're afraid of bad. Well, look the devil right in your yard, and he grinning while you say embrace, shaking up the daily people face. Where the devil day, where the devil day, look the devil day.
LENNOX SMITH, what headliners you have first? Well, I know yesterday was a bloody day. That year, that year, I hear 6 people and all get killed. But not only that, a good friend of we own, one of we go reporters, and them sent me the video. Yeah. Sent me a video there with with I think Kuva Hospital, where when the 6 bodies come in Kuva Hospital, and the children hospital, the Kuva one day, in Kuva self, with some 6 men that dead. So all 6, they bail them out by the Kuva Hospital. Anyhow, LENNOX SMITH, what's the headliners this morning?
Yes indeed. Are you hearing me loud and clear, my friend?
Loud and clear.
Yes indeed. Sad news this morning. Once again, it has become normative to have these kinds of news in Trinidad and Tobago, particularly in very, very recent times. Suggesting, of course, there's a nexus between these multiple instances of sad and depressing news to that of the current administration led by Keith Christopher Rowley. And of course, I've always said, and I take full responsibility, that the PNM has morphed into a criminal enterprise. And not in recent times in that context, having regard to the historical, statistical realities that every time the PNM is in government, murders increase exponentially. I thought I should delay a bit in order to express that with a high degree of emphasis. That being as it may, of course, they continue to try to hoodwink, gaslight, and to generate in their own minds, because that is the essence of madness, relevance when they should be calling an election, not when it is constitutionally due, but because they have not performed in the way that they claim that they have the capacity so to do, and they continue, of course, to generate this kind of illusion to give the impression that, as I said, to themselves, however, but to give the public's impression that somehow they are relevant and engaging the public's interests in the manner that we would have expected, having regard to the mandate that was given based on their own recommendation via their manifesto. That being as it may, Point Fortune Hospital deemed baby friendly by PAHO, that is to say the Pan American Health Organization, and the World Health Organization. I suppose it's another gimmickry on the part of this government to sort of put to rest, so they believe, the baby killing or the baby deaths in instances in our major hospitals in the country, as you know. And I'm sure that when the final toll is provided, there will be much more than the 22 thereabout babies prenatal that would have premature babies that would have met their premature death. Imagine premature baby getting their premature death, because it suggested that it was and could have been preventable, according, of course, to the professional team that examined the whole incident, and of course not to the approval of the minister and the government, because wise, of course, they said that these people were highly trained, coming out from Barbados, and of course the Pan American Health Organization chosen there for their particular profession and their professionalism and their expertise. When the final report was submitted and it had to be exposed or disclosed to the public, the Alsing then said that there might have been some matters that would have been overlooked. But the general consensus, or should I say the unanimity of this team of experts, is that these deaths could have been prevented, but it was largely due to infection that should have not been circulating in the hospital or the neonatal area of the hospitals where these deaths took place. So loss of lives seem not to be irrelevant. What is relevant for this group of individuals is the promotion of a image of the PNM that clearly is contrary to what they have conjured up, concocted, and packaged and promoted to the population, that they are efficacious, that they know what they are doing, etc. All of which has proven to be a blatant and unadulterated lie. National Security Ministry official take a hold of our children bring them back. So National Security official take a hold of our children, bring them back. And I see that, and I want to pause here a bit, because I think it is disingenuous, because I wasn't paid for it. I wasn't paid. Before the death of former late Minister of National Security Martin Joseph had asked me to present to the National Security Council a proposal indicating where we should go, as far as, and of course my focus would have been Laventille and environs, and I presented a document called the Mova Laventille Initiative. And when when the Kamala Prasad Bisesa, because that was in 2009 thereabout, and the Kamala Prasad Bisesa administration took over subsequently, so we didn't get a chance to finalize, but of course that report was there. I was called to the National Security Ministry along with, and if Donna Cox is still alive, the Minister then of Education, his Manning, is still alive. Of course, Marlene McDonald has passed on, but you also have Hippolyte is still alive, and they would confirm if they are truthful that at the ministry, when the final presentation was made after my input into a number of elements and expertise that was called by that particular minister coming out of Mr. Manning's tour that year of the country and looking for crime solutions. So it's not the first time that is happening as far as this government is concerned, but I think it's important here because of what I read this morning. For the first time, I must say. So I was called with these ministers, the only non-minister present, for the officials of the Ministry of National Security to make the final presentation, and of course my presentation would have been included in the final product, and it would have been called the Mova Laventille Initiative. And guess what? When the Kamala Prasad Bisesa administration came into office, there was a similar request by the then Minister of National Security, and indeed, of course, it was attended by the then Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisesa, incidentally coming out of the SOE. Remember that in 2011? Well, a launch in the Beatum, because this exercise is also placed in the Beatum, this one that I'm reading here in the papers this morning. And they named the program, they named the exercise then Making Life Important. Notice the same acronym, MLI. But they converted to Making Life Important. And that was singularly because I wrote the ministry at the time saying that I was not paid, even though there was an arrangement for me once my initiative is incorporated in the crime plan, just as Giuliani and other experts abroad. All I wanted was, of course, to be paid in Trinidad dollars, so it was homegrown. I never got a cent. And what they did, they utilized the same program, changed the name, the acronym, the M, they make it making, and the L, life, and the I, important. Well, today, they have reverted back to the original, believing that maybe I would not notice or somebody will not know the historical context, so that they have gone into the Beatum with a 6-week program and then call it the MLI, Making Mova Laventille Initiative. Call it blatantly. I see it in the newspaper today. Anybody could look at it. Of course, Heinz would have been there, but of course, at that meeting with these ministers and myself, called by the then Minister of National Security, Martin Joseph, he would have been, of course, a persona non grata in the PNM, because, of course, the then Prime Minister had kicked him out of any dealing with ministerial portfolio at that time. He Heinz are talking about. I don't know how this man could just dust off what I consider to be, and I am using the term very specifically, this rubbish, and put him in National Security Ministry, and then of course have to discard him because it's rubbish, and put, of course, in recent times, Scotland. But I want to say that this is the level of disingenuousness and dishonesty on the part of, well, in this case, I have to say a combination of ministry officials and, of course, the political directorate. At that time, when the MLI, Making Life Important, was unveiled and wanted to keep me out, subsequently, because the Lord moves in mysterious way, there was now the Laventille Day. By then, the Minister of National Security would have been Jack Warner, and I was asked, of course, to be the liaison person between the community and the ministry, and I attended, of course, all of the meetings, and I was told by one of the officials there that it is exactly that, what I suspected, that because they didn't want to pay me or didn't want to give me credit for the MLI initiative, they then changed the name to Making Life Important. I live to today now to see that on the Beatum, they have, and I am going to, of course, write to the ministry to let them know of my extreme concern and the level of dishonesty that has surrounded. Of course, they're going to claim that they didn't know. They're going to claim ignorance, etc. Well, I'm going to, of course, give them a copy of the only person who walked away from that meeting with the then minister, with a copy of the document, and he told me, and I have lived up to it. He said, Mr. Smith, I've given you a copy, you're the only one, but do not, of course, reveal it or expose it to the media, because they know I'm the kind of person who will do those kinds of things to, of course, not to just make people know what is coming and what they should look for, especially if it is beneficial to Laventille, but certainly to make certain that they prepare themselves. I myself being, of course, like to see myself as part of the solution as opposed to the problem. So I thought it was important, of course, to pause here to let the nation know, let the world know the level of dishonesty and the level of I couldn't believe my eyes this morning. I will read that part of it later down in the program, but I thought, because I'm sure that people will have some kind of comment on it, you and Andy may want to comment on it as well. So let me continue. Hines, the police is stepping up against extortionists. Well, that in concert with home invasion has been the preferred mood of criminal behavior in this country, apart, of course, from the rampant killings. Of course, the one that you opened the first salvo of this morning's program with is police motivated, because that one suggested that these persons who ended up on the wrong side of a bullet, 6 of them has been designated by the police as persons who have been identified as home invaders and were wreaking havoc in the Couva area. In fact, of course, last night when I interviewed on the corridor transformation in Dao Singh, the parliamentary representative for Couva South, he did, of course, mention that. And while it is no gainsay for him, but if what the reports are true, legitimate, and without any kind of underhandedness or issues that may, under normal circumstance, generate disquiet, well, of course, he has to commend, and one has to commend the police. But I am the type of person to await, of course, the conclusion of the investigation, because there must be an investigation, I'm sure, into how come six of them and why lives couldn't be saved, and simply apprehend these people and get them before the court. We cannot countenance, no way, cannot countenance a runaway, trigger-happy police force. Otherwise, we'll be doing ourselves some tremendous disservice, as we saw during the period of the boroughs, when, of course, while he was commended, on the other hand, there were some unsavory characters within the police service, rogue elements that became laws unto themselves, and we see what can happen when there is no constraint or restraint on or such individuals that have the responsibility of protecting the public's interests. They themselves become a menace to society. So we have too many historical and real circumstances like these not to express that concern. People can say what they want. I am of the view that if the police had an opportunity to apprehend them, to take them to court, then that should be, simply because you cannot give life, you did not give life, and therefore you cannot take life willy-nilly, helter-skelter, because the society is upset about a particular development that is taking place. In this case, of course, not just crime and criminality in general, but more specifically home invasion. I suppose that area would have been focused so as to make it much more palatable for the population to accept, and not look at whether or not there were any kind of concern in that incident that we must be extremely intolerant about. Let me just put it that way. Teachers fight for 33.1 million outstanding medical claims. I have not read the article, I must confess, so but this sounds very interesting. And then, of course, we have a worker takes a government to court, says flex time requested, ignored for years. This is a person who appeared to have been suffering from insomnia, the inability to sleep, and he reaches to work late, and he would, based on his condition, diagnose, etc. He asks the particular department to which he is attached for flexi time to come a little later to work and leave a little later, and that was ignored, and so he has taken the government to court having regard to his length of time, because he's well entrenched in the system, and to up to leave, that is to say resign, is not an option for him at this time, having regard to his age and the length of time he has to wait before he reaches pensionable age or to exit the system. So that is a very interesting development. That would set precedent based on the outcome in the court for other persons to take similar action when they are faced with a situation where their work is in jeopardy as a result of some medical condition, such as insomnia. The inability, of course, to sleep, actually. 6 shot dead, yes, that is there by police in Freeport. So that is what...
what it was doing?
Huh?
What it was doing, because they get shot in Freeport, and...
Yeah, I understand. There was an interception by the police. That is my cursory information, and they were cornered, but very, very, very interesting. Replete with the reasoning is that they are suspects of home invasions that has threatened and has been very, very potent in that particular part of the country, Cuba, etc. I don't want to go on the level of racial targeting and all of that. Let's just say that these are men who... But I told someone last night when I heard the news, because I got it on social media. Let me finish it. When I got the news, I said I will not be surprised if some of them are from Laventille and environ. So that's all I said, because that is a reality, and I have to face that, and we have to face that as a community. Go ahead, let me hear what you have to say.
Yeah, well, I was just telling you, get the news now. It's not about we opinion, it's what the papers say. So if you could organize and run through what the papers say.
Yeah.
So like, for instance, they say 6 bandit kills by cops in Freeport. Victim. The victim say, I'm not sorry for them. Hours after, 3 armed bandits broke into his Balmain Cuba home and robbed him of a quantity of cash and jewelry. The elderly victim said he was pleased. They were among the 6 people that was killed by the police during an alleged confrontation around noontime.
Yeah.
Around noontime yesterday. So give me what the paper say. Oh boy, what else? I see woman chase. Killed on highway by ex-lover. Oh, good.
Yeah, elderly South businessman robbed of cash and car keys. I suppose that's the reference that you made earlier. And then, of course, cops, they continue, of course, with that particular story. with that obsessed man killed Gasparilla woman. Yes, indeed. Of course, IDA, Fali's anti-crime plan would harm Tobago's tourism. That is coming out of the news. The news, they don't give you any synopsis. So you have to actually read the article to get the gist of the story. So normally I would read from the Newsday. So I'm making it clear. Of course, the Guardian will give you a little synopsis, and I think the Express as well. You obviously are getting yours from those papers.
Well,
yes.
Senior Fali say island desperate. The island is desperate as Hines shut down fishing boats for Coast Guard. Oh boy! So Hines shut down.
Yeah, I was hearing something like that where he's not in support of it. He's not in support. Hines is not in support. Of course, he's now the minister of what you may call border security. He's not minister of border security, but Rowley Papi showing him and making him believe that he's truly the substantive minister, giving the junior minister the substantive portion of the portfolio for a minister of national security anywhere in the world. Carter, right? So, doctors, Kuva Hospital dengue usage, good move. Well, you know what has transpired. We elaborated on that yesterday. Kuva Hospital now being used as a central point for dengue cases. That's to tell you how serious this situation is. Of course, they go down to Point Fortin and then talk about that hospital is baby friendly, merely to, of course, obfuscate, to deflect, and to render palatable that very despicable situation of children's death in the prenatal section of the hospitals. I think it is horrendous. Right, so that is some of the issues. We have a call. Good.
Yes.
Morning to everyone.
Good morning.
My phone for 2 days put a spell on me. I couldn't find it. It lost in the house.
All right.
Yeah. With all this murders taking place in this country, you see the son who killed his mother, it reminds me, bring me back to my days. When I saw that, it bring back memories. I could remember. You see some homes, people having their problems and it's kept inside. They're not bringing it out. They have it inside. It's hidden. I could remember when I was about 13 years of age, my mother and her husband, they were having something. They had their little thing, and then that ended up in, he was holding her in her neck and thing. I had bigger brothers, bigger sisters. We all were standing there. And when I saw that, and I couldn't take it no more, I'm telling only that from my heart, and it's something real that took place. When I saw what he was doing, holding her in her neck, and she probably was going down. Everybody stand up, you understand, because we were young and we didn't know what to do. I came out from the midst. I took a piece of wood and I let him have it behind his neck. You know what happened that same night? I could not sleep in that house that night. You know? I had to find a family member not far from where we live to go and spend the night there. The morning I get up and I walk up the road going back home. You know what my mother turned and tell me? You mustn't get in husband and wife business. You should not have done that. So I learned a lesson from that. But at the same point in time, if I see that taking place again, because it's my mother, I will still do it, and I will make sure when I do it with all the force this time. Because when I saw what that young man did to that mother, we saw it on TV now. So it's not alleged, that's fact. I watched it and I saw it. It really brings back memories. So are telling children, family members out there, if all you know, you have somebody in the midst inside all your house, right? And they have a little problem, or you have to deal with that problem. Don't leave it to escalate, because my mother could have been in that same situation today if I didn't act. And you have to let them have it, because today or tomorrow when anything, they get scot-free. They will make a little thing and they will come out and they will do the same. That is my experience, and I experienced that.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an experience.
Yeah, that different strokes
But
for
what
different
would you
folks.
have done, Lennox Smith?
Yeah.
What would you have done? Would you get involved, or would you?
I think based on the circumstance, my age and all of that, and knowing full well of the regularity or whether or not is an aberration, a one-off thing, and it depends on the circumstance. I suppose different strokes for the different folks. But knowing how I was brought up, I too would have not wanted to intervene and could not have intervened, because I grew up in a house where big people business is big people business, and I try to tell my own kids, whether biological or otherwise, the same thing. But you have a generation that would want to be involved because of the nature of information and the frequency and availability, and therefore they almost know everything that you would want to talk about, or in situations like that. And at any rate, they could look it up depending on their age. So it depends on the circumstance, and I suppose based on how I'm talking, the era in which you would have been operating or living or existing in that particular situation. So, but for me, I know that I could not have gotten involved because of the way how we were brought up.
Okay, so you couldn't get involved, whether you've seen whatever or whatever.
Yeah,
Can't get,
you can't get involved now.
can't get involved. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But it have those who do.
Yeah, well, yes, of course.
Well, nice. Oh boy. What else? I'm going to just run through while trying to make sure the lines are open. The lines are open. Make you all the numbers. Why we just go through the top people with the front burners, boy.
All right,
Hey,
well, let get them, because we told them that your spoken words will be aired. Your spoken words and not your written words. And we explain why it's spoken, because we don't want people to say that we have interpreted or we have interjected our own thoughts by claiming that others have sent it to us via WhatsApp. So please make your voicemails available to us, and we will use that as the front burner issues as we begin on a daily basis the ground report.
Morning ground report to Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, LENNOX Smith. This morning, I just want to raise my topic, as Andy just say, what I want to say, last week we were seeing on the papers, it makes some front page where Fali want to hire some fishing vessels to help fight crime, patrol the coastal waters at Tobago. My take this morning is, and Fali and the Prime Minister had a meeting, so I just want to know, did Fali not raise these issues that we don't have any patrol around the island, no, the Coast Guard not patrolling the island, things coming into the island, and we need help with that? So my take, I want to know if maybe the Prime Minister say, listen, we'll send some vessels and things to patrol the waters, and Fali realize a certain amount of time passing and he ain't seen nothing. But instead I say that, the Prime Minister didn't keep his word and send the vessels, I had to hire fishing vessels. So I want to say, why these from central government? Are they getting funding to help? I remember when Orville London was in charge to be in charge. Every Monday morning he's saying and all kind of thing. Every Monday morning he has some kind of thing to say about the government not providing the necessary funds for Tobago and raising issues. You understand? So I agree with Elaine that Fally need to raise issues that are affecting the country and don't wait for something like 3 murders in a night or something so to happen to Tobago. You're not getting something, say you're not getting something, so that people will be aware that you're not getting the help that you deserve. Because I remember when the purchased 2 big offshore vessels, and then on top of that, when must be Sunday when office they have vessels. What all these boats sit down doing, you know? What all these patrol vessels? Trinidad is not a big country like America with big coastline. There are certain coastlines that are exposed to Venezuela that people using. So I don't understand why they are not dealing with the influx of all these illegal things coming into the country, and we now seeing it spilling over in Tobago, because when they realize that the sea bridge locked down, this is the avenue they will use. They ain't going to use the sea bridge where every day police checking you and dogs sniffing you and all that. They're going to use the open borders. So I wanted to tell Mr. Fally that, listen, if something affecting Tobago, come out and say as a leader, things are affecting and we're not getting the help that we deserve in Tobago, so people could be aware that the help is not coming. And instead of pussyfooting around issues. You understand? Bye.
You know, Andy. I want to, since you're there, I was trying to call you, boy.
Sorry about that. That won't be, that boy, workers' right. So like this one is, like that voice note is personal. Oh boy, I know you're listening. Let me know what is for radio and what is not for. When only know it personal, just let me know, just tell me something. Just say, well, for radio. I was good friends and Princess do that. Andy, for radio. Andy, not for radio, because remember she tell everybody the truth. She say, I discuss. So she just make sure we connect when I play something there in the woman, so I just make sure to watch what for radio and what not for radio. So let me just give my idea what is for radio and what is not for radio. Let me hear we partner when you hope you talk good this morning or talk in the mic.
Yeah, so I hope that is a lesson to all contributors.
Hope you guys having a good day today. Hope it's a good day today. LENNOX, Mikey K, Julie. Andy, after hearing the Kingsley talk yesterday, I have sent out a lot of messages.
I tell you, he go come is either Kingsley or is, what's man? But I like him, you know. He's a fighter, he a fighter. Oh, God, boy. Let me hear him. That we partner. Oh, they now. He ain't easy. He love Kamala Harris. He was back in Biden when he realized Joe Biden only falling down all over the place. He changed his mind. Oh, God, boy. But people love Trump, and he didn't want nobody say nothing about Trump. I just say Trump. Yes, a dance. Trump is buff all guy. Oh, God. Let me hear we are half of this morning.
Andy, good morning. Hope you guys having a good day today. Hope it's a good day today. LENNOX, Mikey K, Julie. Andy, after hearing the Kingsley talk yesterday, I have sent out a lot of messages to my contact in Trinidad, which I know, and Aram, and I know his father, his mother, I know his grandfather, everybody. I sent a speech writer for Kamla with my wife and her, his good friend, to keep Kingsley away from the party, because he's not a activist, he's a communist. We don't want Kingsley close to the party, he's not no activist. And I sent a message to Kamla to keep him 100 yards away from the party. The guy is a lunatic. He's looking to only grab what he could get. He he support not Andy Roberts, but the other Roberts. He supported Rambali, all of them who don't want to the party. He is kid Rambali and then behind and Roberts and them. So I kind of like send a message to all who I know to just keep him away from the party. This is for also for Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz, keep the connection, keep this man away from the party. Because the kids, I don't know after this. He's looking to grab a plate. That's all he's doing. He takes all the messages and then go run to Rowley and let them know what's going on. So again, I can make all my contacts to Kingsley about Kingsley, and I know people who know Kingsley. He was only looking to grab what he could get, and he know no activists. So Santa Cruz, let that message. I know people who know Kamla well. They will get that message to sheet to keep Kingsley away from the party. The guys on lunatic. He like Trump. So if you like Trump, you like Rowley, both of them lies and create. And Kingsley, let me give you a good message, my friend. Listen to me carefully. Go and buy books and read. Because you don't read. You listen to stupid people. Read and you'll know what's going on. Okay? Run Rowley, rape the woman and give her a baby. He never talked about it for years. It's the same thing about Donald Trump here. Rape the woman and never talked about it. They find all of them. So don't come about babies and all kind of crap you don't know. So read, my friend. Buy book. If you want me, I'll send books for you to read. Alright? Because I don't think you read and you know what's going on. I think you're a fool. Okay? Talk to you later.
Wow.
Morning, Andy. Morning. Hey, Andy, that Onika has been saying morning too. That's the Onika, the original Onika from since in Gladiator time, but when only used to be on the Kokia station, right? I always used to wonder, I know that old school, you know, with Miss Lorna, all of them, you know. Annie, all of them, you know, boy. Miss Annie, Miss Lorna, good morning. Oh my goodness.
Good morning, Andy for Grandy's Lennox. Sam here. Well, I see the police light up some of these would-be criminals yesterday and put them in the grave. Well, I wonder if it was worth it going robbing somebody for $600 and you meet your death like that. That's what these criminals should be asking themselves. Or they going and praying on poor innocent people's pensioners. To do them this mischief. Let that be a lesson to all of you. And I find anybody they catch with a gun, especially bandits doing crime, they should surgically remove all their thumb so they can't pick up a gun and shoot nobody or do crime again. And that will stop all gun-related matters in a flurry if they improvise that. That is my 2 cents. Remove everybody's thumb that's picking up a gun to do crime with it. That is the criminals are talking about, who does do crime and hold up people and rob. Remove all their thumb so they can hold a gun again. Have a good day, Andy.
That's how this boy.
Andy, that Cora we now call it, he talking about a government which is vindictive, nasty and stink. It's because the Kamala and them put them thing in place and it's because they want to continue with it. Look at like the children hospital. Look at like the Point hospital. It's because in hospital. It's because of them plan. Look at about the schools and them. It's coming up plan. They want to do that. Lennox, I want to know if you get through, boy. I want you to text me and tell me what you need for plumbing. I have some stuff here. Text me and let me know.
What did you say there, Andy?
Oh boy. Any more? Let us know.
What did you say there last? Some about plumbing?
Of the hours, all your top of the hour, all the news, what's supposed to make news, what's concerning you all. Come on, send your voice note, and that's how it's going very, 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 very good. That is what we have to do. Early in the morning, right before the program starts, send your voicemail. Make sure and send it with what is your front burner, what's supposed to make news, that not making news. Do that for us.
I didn't
So
get the,
by the meanwhile, the lines are open.
yeah,
Go ahead, Lennox.
I didn't get the last part of the last voice note. Something directed to me.
All right, let me play it over there.
Yeah.
Only that caller we now call it, he talking about a government which is vindictive, nasty and stink. It's because the Kamala and them put them thing in place and it's because they want to continue with it. Look at like the children hospital. Look at like the Point Walton hospital. It's because of them plan. Look at about the schools and them. It's Kamala plan, they want to do that. Lennox, I want to know if you get you, boy. I want you to text me and tell me what you need for plumbing. I have some stuff here.
No,
text
plumbing.
me and let me know.
All right, great. Yeah, we need a lot of plumbing support, yes. All right, thanks.
Oh boy. Let me see it about the voice notes. What's on your front burner? What's supposed to make news that not making news? Oh boy, oh shucks, I forgot to do something here. This is what I'm supposed to do here. Bam! Nice. Nice, I see two other voice notes coming. Come on. While you all come with your front burner, don't do that at all. All are we in this together? Hey, let me say a pleasant good morning to Joe Ali, my schoolmate boy. Yeah, and he went to school from primary school, you know. Going up, they go Martin, you know, take boom, yeah, boy. Joe Ali. Hey, Grace, a pleasant good morning to you. Primraj, good morning. CG, good morning. Nadira, a pleasant good morning. Ganesh Prasad, good morning, Tommy. 007, good morning to you, Bumati. Good morning to you, Stefan. Well, let's send all the voice notes by the time, you know. Whether you're Kingsley, but again, on what is your burning issue? What's supposed to make news? You went by the hospital, you get flood out, you ain't getting your medicine, you get your book grant, you need it, you're planning to go on thief books. Let me hear. The people need to know what's going on in all their mind. And some of you all with very, very serious issues will be blasted out during the day. Meaning, whatever is your front burner, I'll put it up where it be Miss Santa Cruz underground report, and only go here, it will be blasted out there. Anderson Wilson in the beatum, this is his issue, and it will be blasted out there. So long as bread and butter issues, it will be blasted out there. If it's any kind of bacchanal, this one calling this one name and that one, no, that ain't going out. Only very serious things will be blasted out, with you also be clear when it coming to the program. Whether it be, look, Mr. Tunapuna says something like this, Malcolm X says so it'll be a blast out exposed by Malcolm X. Call her Malcolm X underground report. This, and it'll be off of what is the issues. Hey, Indira, pleasant good morning to you. Who else we have here? Darren, good morning. Kamati, a pleasant good morning to you. Marilyn C. Charan, a pleasant good morning. Look at how much all here already. Budram John, good morning. Mira from Princess Town. Grace Caesar. Chris, to you, ma'am. And Jack, a pleasant good morning. Son. Good morning, son. That's it. Let me make sure I call all of them. I run through this thing too fast, boy. But these two are pleasant. Which is color? Young, hip. Oh God, don't touch any name. Oh boy. Calvary Hill. A pleasant good morning to you, Calvary Hill. Calvary Spirit. Veronica Black, good morning. Mikey Thunderboom, a pleasant good morning to you. Anthony, good morning. Oh boy, look at how much. Winston, a pleasant good morning. To you, Winston. Good morning to you. The bit says all of you that on Facebook, Real Media, and I call out you all the transformation on YouTube. Brian, good morning. And Love Laventille on Facebook. And not forgetting Workers' Rights. Yeah, Workers' Rights platform. We boy Renaissance Jeffrey. Anne, good morning to you, Anne. Sylvia, good morning. Annie, good morning, all of you, boy. Look at that. Zebran, Ghani, I don't say that already. Sing. Good morning, all of you. Joe Ali, well, Diamond School. Mate, Jerome Moses, good morning. Katie, good morning. Chan, good morning. Peter, a pleasant good morning to you. Yes. I had to hail you all out, man. Right, Anthony Gopal, good morning, man. Donarine, good morning, each and every one. Look at how much. So they know it's at the right. Because I am looking for good material. All message will be heard. And will be heard all over social media. Whether it be a message of a horror experience at the hospitals, or a horror experience driving a car, you hit a hole in Ego, and you end up in Rio Claro, just so time what blip. Trevor Ramki soon, good morning. Jesse, good morning to you. Sandra, good morning. Nice, baby, all of you. Not forgetting Ravi, aka Postman.com, his whole family, all of you, good morning. Eight doubles and roti out there, Fulton Street. Up there, I had to hail them out. Them is the people, baby. For Real Media TT, I been straight. He held by the camera. That, you know, them Conan powerful camera. That today when I'm hitting the road, that is being used. Them is people that love that. Them is committed people to the ground report program. But all of you, but committed to see improvements and to help in the improvement to bring a better delivery to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. 8 doubles, Noel, your damn beautiful wife, daughter, son-in-law Kevon, grandchild, all of you, a pleasant good morning. Nice. So the lines are also open too. For those of you who brave enough, so only try to make it short and sweet. Because I am saving all you all, Miss Roadbrook. Wow. I have a set to put out there with Miss Roadbrook. I think about with Santa Cruz. I think about Malcolm X. Many of you just make very, very, very good, important contributions. Nothing in going out with any bacchanal. No. Anything that is bread and butter, real important. Comments by Anderson Wilson from the Beatum Underground Report. Bam, it blast out there. They put up all on TikTok, this, that, bam. people go say, wait, look what this person talking about. They talking the truth, boy. I like them. Them the yes, boy. So it will be also raising you all stocks as activists for a better Trinidad and Tobago, because we deserve to live better, because we want to live better, and we want to make sure nothing in hold back, not our voice, but not all your contributions neither. So you all are and will be a part of the messages going out there. Not so Maharaj. I wonder if that Jupati Maharaj, boy. I think that was it. Right, so let's go to the lines if it have that. Well, let me go and see what voice notes. So let me make sure, be short, sweet, come good, because these things going on blast out. And I ain't really looking bad. Okay, I ain't really looking bad at all. Look at sending the link for Orgy. Orgy say, send the link, send the link. When you get the link, don't forget to share. Morning caller.
I have to conclude my thing. I didn't finish it, but I know I get cut off because of all your thing. Yes, I have to say again, but my stepfather, he deceased now. I had to say he was not a bad man, because he helped everybody, most everybody on the street. He used to help them. He used to help them a lot. And for us, the children and his stepchildren, he guided them and he helped them. He helped us a lot. I could say so. I wouldn't down thing on him. But you know, in life, everybody had a little ups and downs. Everybody had a little thing, right? He and my mother, right? They were going through the little thing, and that is what happened. But that didn't mean to say he was a wicked bad man. He wasn't wicked. It's just that, you know, sometimes in the midst of everything, that just come with whatever now. But I stand up and let him have it, because you know why? To let him know that is a woman. And I think every child, every children should take care of their mother and their father. Don't let no father, no son or no daughter treat all your parents. This is our mother. She brought us here, and we have to stand up for them. Now she reached her age now where she can't do nothing for herself. That is why we have to stand up and we have to guide her. That is what I have to say this morning, Andy. So that brings back memories. And for that man who did that, he will play saint now, he will play mad now, and they will put him away, and after years they will take him out, and he could come back and do the same thing again to the other family members. It's shame on me.
Thank you very much. That's Ms. La Roqueta. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me see. Let me go in here. Let me go in. Hey, you know somebody too I forget to say morning to? That always help. Dennis C. Paul. He helped me with a good Apple laptop that Kof was using, well, still does. In order to, I ain't gonna lie, boy. It have a lot of people that help, and I know money thing. Ice towards thing. You know what? Next one, Cyrus, the man who could fix any virus. It's a good one. Help with that tower, but I need some help with our next tower right now. That is why we thinking there. So I tell him, I call him, I say, boy, pressure. We had to get an upgraded tower. I say, where's the best price? I go get we people to pay for it. But please give me a good price. Please. So don't forget anything you all want. And you have a lot of what did you sell? He's supposed to sell many flyer. But you don't know you don't have no people want tablet. Yeah, people want tablet. You have no tablet. Right, so let me see who send the voice notes here. Any? And well, if not, the lines are open. Let's check it out.
I hear the news last night for sure, and God boy. Everybody Anderson must be on you, know. Because you doesn't come with no sensible thing at all, you know. One set of electric all on, you know.
Oh, Pitbull, Lennox, Monday morning. Yo, that foreign fella who called him, but he's failures by Kamala Harris and Joe Biden is failures by the word on the ground is Trump by I voted for he. You know? I don't know what kind of nonsense he talking about. He must be watching where it is going on, talking a set of nonsense about Biden and Kamala Harris. All of them is failures by they're mashing up America over here.
Morning again, Andy and Lennox. Terrence, you are saying you and this PNM government wicked. Or they turn that Cuba Children Hospital into a treatment site for COVID and now for dengue fever. That is what they're using a world-class hospital for little children for. And all they are these little children suffering in this country. Or they're killing them in NICU. And they're turning this world-class hospital into a treatment center. So I burn PNM and all the wickedness what they're doing here, Clarence. But they're too wicked, boy. Have a good day, Andy and Lennox.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Nice, the lines are open, and voice notes are open too. Direct calls are open. While we go through, let me see about any other headliners that we could go through. By the meanwhile, let's see. Oh boy. Lennox, what are headliners you have there by the meanwhile? Let me go by Rusty Nail. Let's give me all the papers. Madam,
yeah, well, we have some that we have not touched.
Your next papers there. Yeah, what we haven't touched so far? Any bread and butter issue we ain't touched? There
are one or two bread and butter issues. Of course, the Rainbow Rescue, yes, runaways handed over to Children's Authority. So there were some institutionalized youths that ran away from the Rainbow Rescue. They are located in Maraval, and they were missing for some days. So they were handed over to the Children's Authority. I don't know what has transpired since, but I suppose that they will be returned to that institution. I don't know what is the stories that would have created that situation for them to run away. You know, we have had some bad experiences, very public, in some of these institutions, including, of course, some that we know well, the Tagariga home, even the boys industrial, down in Diego Martin there. So let's see how that pans out. Autopsy, Watchman 55 was beaten and strangled. So we have a very sad state of affairs here. Elderly watchman, yes.
Here it is.
Go ahead.
A day after, and there's in the Express, a day after Tobago crime talks, Caribbean jewelers at Lowlands Mall in Lowlands, Tobago was robbed of a quantity of jewels yesterday morning by two armed men with guns. So a day after all the talk. You see, the reason why people will do it and people get more and more brave because they're not going to get catch, and they know that. Everybody know the chances of that happening, of getting catch. It's impossible. When people get catch, so they say, I bad lucky boy. Every out of 199 gain way, I end up in 1 little percent and A get away out of that whole 100 boy. So that's how it go. And then the chase down killed by ex-lover, by her ex. Right? It's Miss Wilson. I hope it's any relations to you, Anderson Wilson. Was run over, killed by a car driven by an ex-boyfriend after she was struck with a wheel spanner on Thursday night. Wow. So you see domestic violence, and I don't know. You see, these days, what we really do, he have them yelling them, they had a man and thing. All of them, all them women out there, the nice, it just has some like, worthless like woman, they like plenty man. Right? Yeah, let me say it as it is, you know. It's a woman out there that just like plenty man. They just can't settle with one for go battle. They just, but it have those who not and that, you know, they ain't like plenty man. They like the man they have. But the man they have ain't working. The man they have can provide no more. 9 years, the government of Trinidad and Tobago mashed up this economy. It have no hope, no work, nothing. Woman reach with a thief and box for the children. Robberies on the high right now because school opening back and them boy and them have to organize and help mind the step, picnic them. Because they had to keep the I wonder if I can say that. They had to keep the pum. Yes. The man and them young boy they had to lock. And them young girl they had to get the school books. They had a thing that the children had to. Yeah. So the domestic violence go in a direction where I blame Rowley and the PNM government for having women, because all the man and them already have been, they say, emasculated. For having them women and them had to organize and look for man to decide to get them money or to help them. And the man finding out. And when the man finding out, the man wanted to, it's not right, eh? The man want to take out the head. Because he get a horn and he can't take that horn, not knowing that horn was a box. That horn maybe was to put gas and he can't hold. That's what woman is, you know. When woman love a man, she going down all over, you know. So the domestic violence raised because women had to give themselves to others in order to make up the money to see about their family. And I blame the government of Trinidad and Tobago for that. Because they don't understand the psycho. Let me say it like LENNOX SMITH now. The LENNOX SMITH said it from I can't say it like you.
Socio-economic and psycho-cultural realities.
Socio-economics and psycho-cultural realities of today's in today's in which we live in. How that song good?
Yeah. That's a very, very good first start. Of course, and there are other areas similar, but I don't want people to go away with the feeling that we are exaggerating, that these comments are far-fetched. No, it is not. The closure of Petrotrin and the plunging of over 45,000 persons in the southwestern peninsula generated a series of social, what I consider to be subterranean cultural activities, meaning that things that the society would normally generate their chagrin about, does not conform with what is expected. Yeah. So people are leaving home, the women are abandoning, the people are committing suicide, etc. Men have to go farther afield, Suriname, etc., in order to execute their skill. And a number of instances, just as what you just described, would obviously be part and parcel of it, because people's quality of life and standard of living have been drastically reduced because the man is not working again, or the woman, or both of them, you know, so that there are a number of social repercussions, negative in nature, that emerges as a consequence of that. And I, for the life of it, I don't understand why this government, and a government really is comprised of human beings, and you have women in this team, will engage in such an activity knowing full well, and not say they don't know. Dr. Ali can't say that because he's not a social scientist, he's a rock scientist. And rocks can't feel and can't touch, etc., that he doesn't understand that. So it is clear that the policies of this program, policies and program of this government has contributed to that particular situation that is unfolding almost on a daily basis in Trinidad. I concur and agree.
Suicide, domestic suicide, domestic violence.
Yeah.
Woman had to get the body. And all right, look, somebody say, well, all right, not even like, come on, girl. Andy, we love the background. Yes, it's all about improving. It's all about upgrading. It's all about doing what we got to do. Cindy, a pleasant good morning to you. Right, somebody say, Be careful, Andy. Somebody say, Andy, you kick CS. I like how you talk there. But Andy is funny. Rick, Lotsman, they don't know funny thing. They serious thing. Not so Daisy. All right. And let me tell you.
But look, we have another incident here, Andy, where, of course, but they say that he's insane. But, of course, the brother of the victim.
Lennox.
Yeah, the brother of the victim saying that the woman was kicked like a dog several times. That is what the news is saying. Her husband, Dennis Coke, said yesterday she was kicked like a football and beaten about her body from Wednesday by a relative who has mental health issues. So the violence and the nature of the horrendous and egregious conduct and stories is not well for this society. We are emerging to be a very sick society. But make the call. Take the call.
Hey, well, I know I doesn't enjoy listening.
Hey, what's your front burner? My brother, workers' rights. Renaissance Jeffrey, boy. What's your front burner for the people of Trinidad and Tobago this morning?
Hey,
well, Andy, you know,
Renaissance, before you start, I have some information for you, so I'll be communicating with you after the program.
All right.
Okay.
Yep, but Andy, you're touching on a serious topic, and where we talking about, we just have a little session on a Saturday from 7 p.m. where we just talk about these bacchanal, we call it bacchanal Saturday. And the reason why we come up with it, there are a lot of people outside there having relationship problems. And when you really watch it, it's stemming right back to the factor that they can't see about the family. And when you ask them why they can't see about the family, it's still coming back to the issue, leading straight back to the government. You ever hear it all road lead to the city? These problems on them that taking place. Remember, it have people grow up in single parent home. They really know what's going on. Peer pressure deal with them in the government schools, and it's supposed to have programs to deal with certain things, to catch people, to draw them out of that. Because if you have to watch the statistics where it is that men acting out on women, and are saying it in the nicest terms, it increased since COVID. And it would have started from there where men started lost their job. And according to where now say, and you say it correctly, men have been emasculated. So when a woman tell them something, they get real vex quick, 0 to 100 real quick.
Because Rowley them, what they do, the poor man under pressure.
Of course.
Man now gain more horn than ever. You're a lying partner.
I don't tell her, but it's the truth. Because why? They can't see about themselves and their family. You feel a man want to be outside, they say, and study who the next dollar coming from. And we have a budget that in the billions of dollars. All this money going, the development, you're just hearing about it. And nothing, we ain't getting back nothing. And I go always talk explicitly concerning the issue down here in Labre. It has 2 industrial estates, the Point Easters Industrial Estate and the Union Industrial Estate. I hear the Prime Minister boasting about the power plant. The power plant could supply nearly the whole Caribbean. But let me tell you something. About 10 to 15% of the people working there from around the area, and all the rest is outsiders. And this is what's going on. The union, they put too big there. Nobody can access these estates. We have a natural deep water harbor in Labre. A dry dock supposed to go there. Now they want we to vote for them. They're saying they have a plan now to run. They go run in the space of 5 years for them to open the dry dock. Now, the last time the people them vote, the PNM put a billboard on Labre Junction and saying we're going to open the dry dock in 2020. We go start the project down there. And when they finish with the election, they just pull down the dry dock thing and it's going back to normal. Now I see them trying to fool them again. The power pool. They say we're going to build a state-of-the-art pool in Labre. And watch and they go see just like we they do with the last time, they go do it the same time again. And that is a serious thing. Labre people must stop vote for promises.
I'm glad that you mentioned that, my friend, because I would like. I've been.
Hold 1 minute
Oh, he's
again,
there.
Lennox.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's fair. Go ahead, next caller.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning.
That's what your thoughts is. Don't mean I no more Lennox. You were just
No problem. No problem. Yes.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah. Andy,
Yeah.
you could use other words for the thing, man. You could do like Sparrow, call it selfish.
Them woman giving away no, they're not giving away. We can't say that. Them woman mentally don't want to give away their soulfish, and because of the pressure, the peer pressure, the eco-psychological peer pressure of this government, the PNM government rowdy them. How you ain't see woman going and thief books? So imagine the one who get catch. How much other women thieving book? And look how much woman honing the man now.
No, but Andy, you have the phenomenon that they're on the highway.
Remember when he said the government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down petrol train, and they still go and vote for them, eh? Yeah, I like we think we're getting golden eggs.
But hold Felix, I want to hear what LENNOX SMITH had to say. Go ahead, LENNOX, you're saying something.
A recent development phenomenon there on the highway and the byways with placards saying "Help me." I need to feed my children, etc. And then some of the children not in school and they have school age, obviously, with them there as well, simply because they can't
on the highway with them.
Yeah, they cannot provide them. You go up the Churchill Roosevelt Highway and you will see that happening, and of course on the Southern Highway as well. Apart from those who are in the road hawking and so on, selling little soft drinks and nuts and so on. Quite apart from that business, you have women with placards on their chests, etc., saying "Help me, help me, help me." That has never happened before. Never happened before, Rowley.
Right, and that's why my main topic this morning, because what is bring the killing the most is when man get horn. Man can't take horn. And Rowley bring a kind of... Yeah.
I was in Washington some time back, and workers think a placard marking a man wanted.
But that's a different story.
Them going and cut lawn and all kind of thing.
All right, I hear you.
Understand? So, no, let me even bring it more closer, because some always say, like how the pit bull is bring across the points, however. So I'm going to bring, look, as LENNOX SMITH mentioned, how much women, single parents, is seen on the highways, by all the traffic lights, begging with placards, please help me, we hungry. And they had a children there with them, and all that kind of bacchanal. Imagine, this is an example of why women honing so much. On the highways too, rain falling, and 50 people, black boys or men who are family to mine, whether they're selling water, whether they're selling nuts, but the greatest now is rain falling and about 50 of them at every traffic light selling, wiping your windscreen, whether it's for $1. Imagine that while rain falling, you know. Men have to be wiping windscreen in the rain. Because they just want to earn $1, because they don't want the devil to tantalize that soulfish, so that they lost their soulfish that will bring more problems in the homes.
And this is why this is why I don't get vexed when you use the word Trinidad and Tobago people is stupid. I even used to say the PNM people of Trinidad and Tobago is stupid.
Well, they don't understand what's going on. It's bad, you know.
Yeah.
Bad out here. Thank you. Let me get the next call. It's bad. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. While what's your front burner to it? You just going on the murder suicide thing, but we want very serious front burners to what we want. Go ahead, caller.
Andy for Grandy.
Yes.
And Grandy for Andy.
Yes.
And that is why we want the foreign observers in this country more than ever. And Rowley, let's bring them in from now. Trinidad and Tobago, Uncle Lennox, Mike, UB and Cuff, and to all who have contributed to the new studio and the hard work. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, as they used to say, it's not the horn, it's the echo, boy. But hear what's going on. No. Yeah, it's not the horn. The horn is good. But it's the echo the man and them can't take. Because hear what's going on. You see now, how much they talk about is 20,000, 30,000, but you're seeing how much people being affected by the closure of Petrotrin operation, because Petrotrin man used to real supporting outside there, and how they go in and drop in thing for a woman because they get in the money. They don't take every single thing. If you don't know, that is the only way to say. When you take something unfairly, is the word that they say is even. And when they use that word, they want to say, no, you don't even take it through procurement. And they fabricate it. No, we see it come up to Rose and to Jeffrey, our social media, on the workers' platform. Just imagine, he in the library and he could show you. Right? They come back again, the plywood factory, and they come in with all kind of hoodwinking thing. That's the mama guy. For 9 years old talk, and mama gives them. And now he's running out with a food card to mama guide them. Who within the party group. And now they're more than ever. Who don't understand that the UNC 19 seat? Two Tobago seat jumping up. The PNM is sure for it. And you still saying that the PNM is good? What's so good about the PNM? After $70 billion budget presently, and yet still family life and no way to go and get $1. This is what we go and report this be highlighted and the causes will be highlighted. Where is the work? We're talking about $5 billion social program. Even the pensioners and the senior citizen is in poverty right now. Because after they don't go grocery and buy 2 nets, that money done. And now you come in on the, Sunday now to have a conference to say what? To put in what? Because they're going to fabricate the constitution reform. And all it is about now is to change the narrative of the service commission and the employment of public service, how you have the public service running. That's what they're going to do. So think about that again on there. Nice point on the horn. So when he come now, and that is only the constitution to check and to make mention is to change now to make more employment. What do you think? Teachers still holding on and staying quiet, hoping that they will get the full vacancy, they stop it. And all is still talking in this 12 hour going to election. And all see what Maduro do in Venezuela. All they care about is 2028, you know. They hope for being. So a man, when a woman have needs and a child hungry, she will go out there and do what it is about survival. Let me put it the right way. We will condole and have sympathy. Let me think about it both ways. You know what it is to see 2 little children. You make them. You know the pain you make them. And you're willing, you want something to do. You're willing to go and do something. Where is the avenue? And it shows, the record show for the last 9 years. The cruise ship come, people really break down the cause traffic in San Juan, Port of Spain. Prison was taken on. It caused a traffic jam on the highway. People line up. And 9 years. And they say they give them an A. Yes, an A for thieving. And now, like Rowley want to enter the Guinness Book of Records for lying. The only leader for lying to get money. Anything where you could get money, they go in. Where the people have equity, where they have money. So have a nice day to Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But the biggest problem with all of that, and at the end of the day, it's so bad all here. And as a woman is who tell me to mention it because they say women will understand. It's not that they don't love the man. It's not that they don't love their husband. It's not that they're not committed wherever it go, but the man was castrated. It had no work. It had nothing going on. Right? They're trying to get, he tried to get a car to work. He can't get that. Everything just hard. She said, but she have no choice. but to organize and make sure them and the children and everybody live. But you don't want she to catch, want them to catch she. Yeah, she said, well, they can't catch you or Vegas. She said, but we can't go hungry, Andy. We can't go hungry. I don't want to do it. But the man we're thinking is a close friend. Well, not too close, they say, but it's known, but he willing to buy a couple of books and whatever, but she had to come and run the soulfish. It's that bad. It's so bad that Hona man, don't think so hard. Hona man and all getting honing. All didn't understand what's going on. Don't did he? Hona man, woman ham, Hona man. But the Hona man only it still can't reach where it need to reach. That the Hona man gain horn with the next one with oh God. Because every center to organize and come in. So all you watch out before the elections, it will have plenty domestic violence with man beating woman. And that is wrong, eh? That is wrong. But we must blame Rowley and the PNM for castrating men. Not having no hope, no opportunity, no work. Wait about it, no work. All it have is when we go there, you make a hustle. You drive a maxi, you make a hustle, the bandit come and take that. You walk in PH, a gun might come behind your head. Hey, you make it 200, 300, you up and down like a runaway horse all day. Down, Port of Spain. South, Chaguanas, Tunapuna, Arima, Grandi. And you working hard. Sometimes you coat your ice water. They wrap up in your garbage bag because you can't buy the blue water. Save up and you're sipping on that and you're working hard. I know about that, you know. I real work taxi, I work maxi, I work PH. Yeah? Don't get tired up. And then, boy, Lord, somebody come. Because them go lost their soulfish. But them want to provide before the soulfish had to go to look for alternative measures in order for the bill to pay, for the children to have current, the internet to pay. At least they'll be able to be on the gadget to go in the modern libraries. Not like the Trinidad and Tobago and Rowley government library them where it's still a building there, wherever, when it has gadget phones, wherever. LENNOX Smith talk about it. A bag of ass. Oh yes, on this vision here, not on live. A bag of fools. Let me just still keep it good. I don't want to get accustomed. Yeah, I don't want to get accustomed. So it is what it is. So Trinidad and Tobago, LENNOX Smith try to get in contact with you to see what the interview so we know how to operate. So the lines are open. Besides horn, it have many other things. What about the hospital? Will they get any medication now? Dengue in the air. What is the situation with the spraying? Come on, Ole, come on. Let me keep to the level and the standard that we are. Defenders of democracy. The people that want to live better. We understand we deserve to live better. We understand when we go to the hospitals, we must get what is needed for us. We understand when we drive the roads, we mustn't be hitting pothole and busting with tires, shock, this, that, and we have to spend money by mechanic and, oh God. And imagine some of the women who have rent to pay. The man over there hustling water, it has no work. What big projects it have? Look at about NHA project that are here supposed to come up. Who get the contract? Munilal was talking about it, some Chinese people. The Chinese government, whoever. What is the labor force? Chinese. Where is the locals' jobs? In order for men to stop getting horn because they cannot deliver to their wives, their girlfriends, their spouse. Rowley is a commerce maker. He's a home wrecker. The PNM is a commerce home wrecking government. And all blame must be on the PNM. When it comes to domestic violence, when it comes to man getting horn, the PNM to blame, the PNM to blame. And I ain't taking back that who vex.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and LENNOX Smith.
Now there's a very serious thing. Yes, you see this?
Bang, 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 bang. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and LENNOX Smith.
Murders, the PNM to be blamed. Home invasions, the PNM to be blamed. The cost of living, the PNM to be blamed. When it comes to our security, that's supposed to be our number one as a democracy. PNM to be blamed. Healthcare, PNM to be blamed. People going blind, had surgeries to get. They're going to get date 1 year, 2 years after. Then before they can get a thing. Some people just waiting for results to go to do a test to know what's going on with them and how we could go forward in treating whatever illness that they need to take care of. Them are all dead before they can even get the surgery, the test. Understand? What can I not blame the PNM for in what it is going on in Trinidad and Tobago at this point in time? Tell me, you clown Porter Spain, tell we what we can blame the PNM for. You Barataria, you who it is Maki Thunder Boom or whoever they want to be there like the devil, like devils. Continue to support wickedness. That is why we suffering so. Our people get our government they deserve, you know. I can't understand this at all. LENNOX Smith, I wonder if they understand what it is I'm saying, boy. It's everything. The high cost of living, when it comes to energy security, the PNM to be blamed. Or they have to pay more for transportation because they raise gas. Look at that. They take away subsidies. Look, what else do they want to understand? What that the PNM is the disease. There's a virus. They're worse than AIDS, COVID. They don't have a disease to describe them yet. What disease I could find that can describe this PNM, this Rowley? Huh?
They are all of them concentrated in one criminal enterprise called the PNM, led by a miscreant called Keith Christopher Rowley. And your descriptions, your manifold descriptions, your many descriptions accurately describe the situation, graphic as it may appear. People may feel offended by the language used, but it's about time people understand and inculcate and realize and become conscious that we have an existential threat to our democracy, to our economy, to our social fabric, to our value system, and that threat is the Rowley PNM administration that must be gotten rid of at all cost, within the context of the Constitution, of course, in order to breathe and to live better and to feel better and to have some kind of reasonable prospect for the transformation of Trinidad and Tobago for the better.
So true. Paula, pleasant good morning to you.
Yeah, Andy, good morning again. You see, you raised the answers this morning, Dane. And I want to engage LENNOX as LENNOX is a criminologist. You understand? I want to engage him in a little intellectual discourse. Now, the figures is as this. If it is 30% of women in all relationships in Trinidad, you understand, does report experience physical and sexual abuse. And let me fast forwarding straight up to the COVID time in the figures here, because the figures right before me here. If it increased and it remain at that, from since 2020 to 2022, it remain at 6,250 domestic violence reports remain consistently from that point in time. What do you think will then happen to a society that it have this high influx of domestic violence report in Trinidad? On the back end, if it having so much that taking place, waiting going upon is obvious that it go have killing, some go resort to killing. And when we ask ourselves that question, we must ask ourselves another one, that what causing it? What causing these issues on them in Trinidad? What causing the men to lash out on the woman? And when you go, a woman might just as they say, Andy, a woman might say, boy, you know, what she child, she can't mind it. You understand? The father might be trying. She love him and she don't want to leave him. So she engaged in a secret relationship with somebody who say, you know, you'll go help you, you know. Just run the thing. That is what is going on this level here. A man might sneak wrong behind your back and say, girl, you taking all that pressure? Why you don't think? I go fix something, I go fix this way, you know. You understand what I mean? We don't want to know. That is the reality that we live in Trinidad. So when we look at the report, somebody that's intelligent, we are all those people within the police force, it's a gender-based violence, it's all kind of counseling service, it's a Donna Cox. Before she mind, she blasted business. Before Donna Cox mind, she blasted business. She job, it appearing to me, is to cut people food card. Before she implements, she in the position where she could implement certain things and try to bring down this. If all you have to say is to come in the media and talk about we save how much millions or how much thousands, that is not just your role and function in that ministry. You supposed to watch where the society is going. And as an average man is wrong, and I mean I no degree in that. Me not no degree in that in thing with social services. Donna Cox and them, the government and them is not using the data to help the population. They are using the data to manipulate the population. That is why they could come election day and say, but you go give your food card, we go fix all your road, we go think. Imagine that when they come in and tell people in library, we go fix all your road, we go give all your water. That is what they're telling me, that is how they negotiate in the position, and go give you some 10 days. That is what they're doing people in library. And the mere fact that it gets me vexed how you're talking there, Andy, because you are saying the mere fact that we could accept, we don't on these ends here, we could accept at 10 days. We could accept a road fix. That is what we're putting them in power for. Man, to hell with Rowley and that boy. That is what we're negotiating for. We vote our value because we vote for them there and the stunting on the people at Trinidad and Tobago for 5 years. We have to understand how important election is. We have a chance where we could fix the problem. The citizens of Trinidad and Tobago could fix the problem. And we just get a chance once every 5 years. So that is how serious and critical it is for me. Because we would have received a plethora of abuse from this government every year for 9 years. You understand what I mean? People waiting right about now for the little crumb because we know coming up the election they go think something. But people must remember what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago, and this domestic violence thing in Trinidad right now is a serious thing because go on more. If we don't address the problem now, and it are people having big positions in these ministries, people getting millions of dollars to keep them that, big salary, to come out and with this gender-based violence thing and what they're doing, what they're really doing, and why it is the people and understand, you know what, right in Union it have a halfway home, right? For women that battered. It has plenty of these things. Sometimes you can't blame the men too much,
Men frustrated, boy. A man frustrated,
I'm telling you. Imagine a man never worked for about 3-4 years and he had 2 children, and you're off and on, you're hustling. What type of temperament you feel that man go have? When the woman come in and saying, boy, you know, things, he might take it 1 year, he might take it 2 years, he might start a crush girl, he ain't seen what's going on. You understand? This is what's going on here in Trinidad. This is what's taking place here. We must think, and LENNOX, you see this thing?
I think my friend.
What will Go ahead, Lennox.
Yeah, I'm saying, my friend, you have asked a question and you have extrapolated the issues magnificently. No one could falter that argument that is in support. But I want to also take note of of sometimes when SEALs speak, the fellow who have organized this fathers organization. Many of the instances is something that we don't record because we believe that because of the physical and the traditional and the cultural normative behavior or acceptance that men are usually the perpetrators, but you have men that are being battered by women as well, both physically and psychologically, and that is something that needs further examination. So whilst traditionally women are usually the victim because of the nature of the physical, biological build and mental state. Yeah, that is a serious development. And but you also mentioned something that I just want to conclude with, and that is here it is that you allocated blame where it ought to be. That is to say, the Ministry of Social Development and the minister talking a pile of hogwash. But I want you to note, I want the entire population in the world to note that when they take away these food cards and so on and claim that they're saving, somehow gratifying themselves, that they're saving the taxpayers, etc. Look at when around election time, they open up the treasury and let loose these very food cards and other make work initiative on the people. What must you conclude? You must conclude that they are deliberate. They know what will appease the situation. They know what will ameliorate the situation, but pursue that course of action as some devil in human form. And then when it serves their purpose, that is to say, to remain in the offices for their own aggrandizement and, of course, get on meritorious salaries, etc., and influence, they then, of course, open up the treasury to do the very things that they said was bad when and before the time would have come for electioneering. Watch, people open up all their eyes, because
hold 1 minute.
Open up all your eyes.
We have to continue because we have Tabakit and we have other people waiting to talk. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
I know you're rolling behind there. I know Tabaki Roy, but I want to get this for you. See, when we talking here, look, I'm telling you something. You talk about man. I go tell you my personal experience with that.
You go through that,
right? Up to now, right? Right now, I paying for a child. Well, my son, my first child, in the court, because they believe I was the aggressor. Now, mean thing, I went up there, I paid the child. Up till now, I can't see the child. And it have a court order. That I supposed to have the child every weekend. And the problem is this. When I went before the magistrate, that's why I always talk about this. When I went before the magistrate, I explained, you know what she do me at time? She ordered my arrest. But the thing about it is this, Andy. Imagine you order a man arrest without charging him. Right now, I have she before the courts in Trinidad and Tobago. This is what has taken place. Men are slighted in Trinidad and Tobago, and they always believe, or they always going ahead with the narrative that you as a man, is up to no good. From the time a woman bring it before the court.
Well, somebody mentioned the evidence you get a DNA test because it's a woman, two partner. There's gay man showing it. I telling you, let me show you what's going on to her. Well, all right, thank you first. Let me organize and here Tabaki Day first day by the time I give my comment.
No, he's right. The officials of the judicial system have a cultural and natural bias against men. And men are always seen as the aggressor, particularly if the judicial officer is a female, and that must stop. Objectivity and circumstance must be the dictate in terms of arriving at a judicial decision. But let's go to Tabakit.
Tabakit, just now, remember Trinidad and Tobago, I tell all it's going to rise more, because remember, While them women going out there and doing the thing there because they had to get the money because man was castrated, they have nothing, it cannot work on the lay hustle. While they're on the lay hustle trying to bring wherever little, the feeling like there's less than a man because a man supposed to be a provider, don't get up, The generic makeup of a man, if a man can provide, it is mentally interfere with him, And imagine he going out there, when he got out of 7 days, he got 3 days hustle. And while he out there hustling, oh God, things really making end. The lady really want to own him, But she had no choice, she think. But here we go on. She goes so now, on the low now, she own him here, nowhere. Bam! Later down, she pregnant. With her next man child, he had to stick with that too, That the kind of advantage a man go have now, So now, she go out there, she really don't want to, she loves she man, she don't want to mess up she family. She come and she get impregnated. With the one man child. Or the one man child. And then the man who innocently going out there looking for it, he now had to look to make a next extra day because when the child born, it didn't look like he, but it's he own because the woman said that yours. And he know, and then when he find out that, then we say something now and somebody tell him, boy, your hair so naughty, but look that child red and hair straight. But I see she by the neighbor, the Indian man, she always going there, he the see about. I think now the man going there to chop up the Indian man. He go want to chop up she. He go go mad. So I was telling you, and we must blame Dr. Rowley and the PNM for the level of domestic violence and castration of men in this country. The damage, man. Go ahead, Tabakit. Because man at the mind child children now, where it's not a demon. Because I Rowley and them under pressure. Go ahead.
Pleasant morning to Andy Williams, the pitbull, to LENNOX SMITH, my good friend, and to Michael Kerr, wherever he would be at this time. Good morning to online radio and share the live. Andy, you hearing me properly?
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. I want to go on to crime, and I'll tell you why I want to go there. Now, I am saying yes to clean up the ground. But why you cleaning up the ground and you tell me you're going for 6, 7, 9, you're going for the ghetto, the Gaza? Yeah, you have Keith Scotland is meeting with everybody and he going and clean up the ground and kill out everybody. But the question I have for the new minted minister in the ministry, I want you to tell the likes of Tabakit and Trinidad and Tobago when you're going to clean up the ground, the top. Andy and LENNOX, let me repeat this. When you're going to clean up the top. Because if you kill out the ground and you leave the top, to me, you're spinning top in mud. And I'm saying here, I am not hearing anything about getting the people who bring in the containers of guns, the containers of drugs, the pocket politician, the pocket businessmen. Andy and LENNOX, you all well aware. Every year after graduation, you would have 5,000 children who fall through the crack. And these are the children who will be recruited again and again. In regards to dealing with the poor and vulnerable, this government does not have a plan. LENNOX and you with me?
Yes, certainly. That's right up our respective alleys. But go ahead.
And LENNOX has responded to me. I am not hearing anything from National Security Council. How are we going to stop the hemorrhaging? You see, I'll tell you, yes, I respect clean up the ground. Go in there, put your house in order. But you cannot tell me. You see, I'll tell you, when you're in bed with the criminal, touch them. If you have the same deep pocket financiers that is financing your government with all your private partnership projects, and if those are the people that bringing in the containers of guns and drugs, I am saying what this government is doing, Lennox and Andy and Mikey, they are spinning top in mud. Now, don't get me wrong, Trinidad and Tobago. I am not saying don't clean up the ground. I am not saying don't get them. But when I hear the government start telling me that containers that leaving the port and going by elite business people, when you start cleaning up that, when you remove the containers of guns, the containers of drugs, and I'll add this one, the submarine, what Ola Christopher is not talking about, Tabakit is saying this morning, this government is fooling the people. Share the life, share the life. Share the life with Andy, Mikey, and Lennox. Share the life on online radio. Tabakit out and off.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh boy, the lines are open to you, each and every one of you. Let me organize and get some voice notes there, quick.
To answer Tabakit's concern in one is really knee-jerk responses. There's no built-in sustainability. And as I said, I think I cannot overemphasize that the government knows what it has to do, but it only does that when its political stocks are either low or it has to attempt to renew its mandate. It opened up the valve to solve those very problems that could have been solved on a sustained basis if the valve were slightly released. But what they do, they shut it tight and starve the people. And so you have all of these socio-economic and psycho-cultural variants taking place, viruses accumulating, and then at the end of it all, when you want to get back into office, you then of course know the solution. You disperse the solution. Hull all your tail.
The dirty and stink.
Yeah.
Go ahead, caller.
So they know, they do it conscientiously, they know.
Morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
Right, Harry, go ahead. Go ahead, Harry.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Morning, Mr. Andy Williams. Morning. Hello.
Yes, good morning. Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
Good morning, Harry. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, morning, Trinidad and Tobago, LENNOX SMITH, and William, Mighty K, and the world.
Move from your radio. Your radio distracting you. Just listen to me on your phone. So by the meanwhile, you're moving from the radio. Yeah.
This morning.
Yeah.
This morning I received a mail in my mailbox to pay $2,010 before September 24th. And I was the man not working. And I'm not working. I want to know if him would come in by my house and put a gun by my head and take me, but I'm not paying no property tax. I make my buonaro, I make my steer, and I make everything. Anybody come in front of my house and deal with me like a Apache, I will defend my house with my life until I die. I pay no property tax. And I want somebody, if I am wrong, to assess man, they call. I want to know where all they get them billions from. And if I work in my lifetime for $100,000, and that is my limit, how come these men could exceed billions and have an account all over and nobody go? I will back all my money to Tobago, you know. I want to see everything in hospital and everything replaced. And all you have to call an election about their rights, all you declare all you accept. Because when a man thief, all you want to kill him, hang him. And when all the thief, we have to praise all you, give all those kind of things. All you're talking about horn that going on with everybody. Them ministers are getting on too. You see them are getting on. All of them get this countries are horn in country right now. I hear a man talk about that. Where the thiefing has to take place because they had no opportunity what jobs is. How the hell they put in to see about drunk police? All they're so stupid. How they will do things and do things not smart, Rowley. By calling election, boy, people fed up on your bald head.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and LENNOX Smith.
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh boy, Bernadette. Nadira say cuffs up, hands up, Bernadette. Said God don't sleep. Jerome Moses saying, imagine fire hydrant. Imagine fire, hundreds, billions of dollars spent in the last 9 years, and in last 9 years, nothing the government have to show for all that money they spend, right? Somebody say, caller well said, which is Nadira. Our next person say, caller run away from them, from they, right? Remember you say you community born arrow and all them thing they and whatever. Boudram John. Oh, look, he come out today, man. Just make mistake with he and the next one. Let me tell you who is that man. Let me hear what he say. I seen him on today. Where you going? Barry, I think it's Boudram. Barry. Where you don't know how to game? How do we say? I see him. Barry Boudram say, pay your tax. Barry Boudram, you just be giving plenty trouble, you know, boy. But you stay there, you debate, but don't get personal with nobody. But oh God, boy, you ain't like Kamala, you ain't like Santa Cruz, you ain't like this one. The man correct, $2,000 something. The man had to pay, come in the mail, you have a certain amount of time to pay it. And you, Barry Boudram, telling about pay tax. The people at Trinidad and Tobago, Barry Boudram, we don't want to pay no tax, boy. What we paying for? When we buy material. Well, then when we go to buy material, nail this, that. The VAT we paying on all we material. Why it's supposed to be VAT-less? How much tax we go pay on meeting? On we property? Come on now, man. People frustrated. Denver. All right, Damien, all of you that lock on, man. Roger Warrell, all of you. Nice. Let me go to the lines. Morning.
Good morning. Morning.
Hey, good morning to you. Where are you calling from and what's your contribution in the #1 program on social media?
I'm calling from Tobago. I know you're describing already with different diseases. It wasn't giving Africa there.
Wait, hold on. Let me hear you good. We need you good. You're singing bassy. You say now here in the charging somebody?
No, that you are saying.
Yes.
Rolling different diseases is like that, right? He contains is worse than Ebola, right? And I want to find out from you, I'll show you.
Wait.
Not aliens and in China.
Wait. You have to make it clear for me. Slow down and tell us, Rowley, you heard us saying Rowley. Go ahead. Slow down.
He's worse than all these nasty diseases. So I'm saying he's worse than Ebola.
He's worse than all the disease. We don't have a name of a disease out there.
Ebola, that is deadly. He's worse than that. And I'm asking you all, don't show the PNM is an alien government that running Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, alien.
I feel so, boy. I don't think it's them from Earth.
No. People are suffering. So every day you turn on your TV in the night, it's all this sad story and all this kind of thing going on in this country. What it is? Man, it's time for them to move on this time. I can't wait for next year, no. This is next year election thing, I cannot wait for that. So I don't know what they'll do.
Well, boy, I hope they in Mama Guy Tobagonians and we all across the door for bad PNM,
No, not at all. Not at all. No, not at all.
Well, right.
Not at all. At no time at all.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of that disease there. Dengue, let's spray them out.
Yes, it's too evil, boy. Oh God, I read about evil men, and all these evil men. Adolf Hitler and all these men by all this. He have edge on them. Yeah, he's one of the most evil human ever come across.
Boy, he was an all evil men we hear about.
And I'm telling you about this. Even in biblical times, we hear about evil men, he beat all of them. Like he just lay down and be studying evilness to do the people and them.
But I will do my one favor. Before you go. Because Dr. Rowley's a Tobagonian and Tobagonian don't want that man. Tobagonian reject that man. Please tell these Trinidadian and them to reject that man, boy. How Trinidad holding on to this Tobagonian and Tobagonian don't want he, boy?
I don't know. If your own refuse you, why somebody else to take you because that's straight? Let me cut that stranger. You understand? Your own doesn't want you. Why other people will need you? What it is? Boy, that man has some kind of thing, some spell on them people in Trinidad, some of them. Some spell not on them. I don't know. Something.
All right.
Only good God could really, I don't know. Yeah. He's too damn evil, boy. Whoa.
Bang, 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 bang. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and LENNOX Smith.
Yes, the lines are open. Let me see how much voice notes, this, that. Everybody will taste this morning and coming with very, very, very potent issues. Let me see who sent thing here. Let me see. Not too long. Let me see.
Good morning, Andy for Grandy's LENNOX. Someone here. Well, I see the police light up some of these would-be criminals yesterday and put them in the grave. Well, I wonder if it was worth it going robbing somebody for $600 and you meet your death like that. That's what these criminals should be asking themselves. Or they going and praying and poor innocent people, pensioners, to do them this mischief. Let that be a lesson to all you. And I find anybody they catch a gun, especially bandits doing crime, they should surgically remove all their thumb so they can't pick up a gun and shoot nobody or do crime again. And that would stop all gun-related matters in a flurry if they improvise that. That is my 2 cents. Remove everybody's thumb that's picking up a gun to do crime with it. And the only criminals are talking about it. Who does do crime and hold up people and rob. Remove all their thumb so they can hold a gun again. Have a good day, Andy.
Go ahead, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Triple G. Go ahead.
Yeah, long time I ain't called, but I was locked on. Let's say good morning to my TK. Morning to LENNOX SMITH and everybody. And then, when we looking
huh?
We have to go there, boy. We get fed up on this PNM, you know, boy.
Everybody fed up at the PNM. We got to go there and shake the place, you know. We got to make that sacrifice. Somehow or the other.
Yeah, the shake the place. Just lay back, man. We can't let us PNM suffer. We need betterment in this country, boy. Yeah, that's why we life was better when UNC was there, you know. We're not voting on the race. We're voting on the real issue going on in this country. And I'm really claim people in this country, boy, Andy, boy, real separation. And right now, I'm going through reality right now, Andy. Right now, it's suffering in silence. Let's go with me now, boy. But I will talk on the air now, boy. I will call them and we go talk. I will talk to them too, boy. Let us talk about some good many right direction, boy.
All right.
LENNOX call me. I'm not listening.
All right, my friend. Thanks for the contribution. Once again, the government is aware of what to do in order to solve the problem. They do so nearing elections. So it means, therefore, it is deliberate, it is conscious, and therefore they are evil in nature and the existential threat to Trinidad and Tobago. You cannot have a greater threat than the PNM and Rowley, a man who seem to sleep and wallow in, of course, devising evil policies, programs, and action in order to line him and his minions' pockets while depriving, of course, the very vulnerable in the society. And then, nearing the elections, he then, of course, provides all of the solution. Work. Yes, a lot of work are going to be available.
Work and this and
yeah,
that.
a lot of welfare assistance going to be available. But it can't be available the previous 4 or 5 years. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen.
Yes.
And LENNOX, you are so right. A couple of months before election, doggy look upon, and these people seem to forget all the suffering, all the hardship, all the wickedness and sinfulness that took place for the past years. You know, until I think when people change their mind, they were thinking if they could do that, I think we will be better off. But LENNOX, I want yesterday. Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah,
yes, we again you. Okay, yeah. Yeah, yesterday I listened to the program. Good program as usual. Every day is better than the day before. And I listened to Annie Robert. Annie Robert, he was on a few programs, across here and there, telling, talking about sports. And when you listen to this man, you have to wonder, as I always say, what is wrong with the hearts and the minds of these people in this country? What country you will find are people who will get rid of good and exchange it for evil? What manner of people will get rid of performers in exchange for non-performers? Do you understand? We, the people in this country, I mean to say, as I usually say, I am not talking to all, but the guilty ones know themselves. The PNM tell the dead. No matter what PNM do to this country, it's like they're addicted. PNM is the cocaine, you understand? They're addicted, they can't get away from the PNM. But the rest of the people as I always say, who want to live better, they have to make sure, they have to work 20 times harder and make a stand to make sure that this PNM going on. Because when you look at it, and they are talking about Annem, let me go back to that. Yes, when you listen to this man talk about sports, this man is a professional. This man will take sports to the end at a gold medal, to a silver medal, bronze medal, we will a medal, and we'll get a lot of gold. The people refuse that. They throw away sport to pick up what? To let the young people stand up by the corner and waste the time when they could have been running, they could have been swimming, and they could have been there on the podium to see me red, white, and black racing. When my young people perform. But you know what? Lack of opportunity, lack of vision, wickedness of the PNM, and they still vote in PNM. As far as I am concerned, that is like when election comes around, UNC are saying yes, UNC should get 41 seats. We don't even have no room in the opposition for the PNM. And I don't know about party, because all of them talking about the Democrats and the Republicans, they have a population of over 300 million, and it's two parties. And don't worry about them Yankee. They can handle themselves, because no party, whether it's the Democrats or the Republicans, can do Americans what Rowley do to these Trinidadians for the past 9 years. So let me mind the business and fix what we have to fix, you understand? So when you look at it, I am saying, when Annem was talking there yesterday, we all imagine, I watched the Olympics at some parts of it, and I am saying, oh my God, St. Vincent, Grenada, Dominica, all these islands in the Caribbean, who are not as well off as Trinidad and Tobago, they stood up there proud when they raised the flag, when the flags were being raised and to represent the country. What we as Trinidadians who are allowing this PNM to mash up this country, what you hear about PNM, travel advisory, or you don't go to PNM, don't go to Trinidad, they're killing people down there, keep away from Trinidad. Trinidad have terrorists, you understand? People in Trinidad no good. And all of we who want to live better have to take this embarrassment, this shame, because of people and the PNM and the ones who encouraging them. You understand? But if people don't get serious now, they wouldn't get serious again. And they have the ones, no matter what, as I say, them addicted. So the ones who know better, all you are telling all you, we had to swim upstream, but we had to swim, we don't intend to drown, you understand? This is a battle we cannot afford to lose, you understand? We have to have the foreign observers, we have to have, I am listening to say about something yesterday from Venezuela, where the woman was saying, it was not only the observers, it's all the people who are observers, the people work, and the people know for sure that that the election was stolen. So we have to make sure we work, and nobody is stealing no election here, Once the people get serious and everybody decide to come out of the comfort zone and work, no election I'm stolen by in this country, But we the people have to fix it, because when you look at it, they ain't fixing health, they ain't fixing education, they ain't fixing the road, they ain't fixing nothing. Up till now, me ain't seen nobody come and spray here in no part of Port. So anybody in Port is saying, call and tell the program if they are saying, they're talking so much about them, is they are saying, anyway, whoever it is. If anybody in Port is been around the areas up here, if anybody come and spray for all these mosquitoes, every night here on the TV talking about dengue, and all you talking about the people supposed to clean up the thing. The first thing you have to do is come and kill the mosquitoes, spray the whole country, and let the people do what they have to do here, because the people must keep their premises clean. But you have to come and spray the mosquitoes. Where is the spraying? Nothing so taking place. But anyway, when you boil it all down, the thing about it is, this country has to be fixed, and the only way it could be fixed is by the people. Don't depend on no this one here, or no court here, or no nothing here. You see the ordinary, simple man on the ground, that is where the power is to fix this country. And I am hoping that everybody register, everybody get up off all your lazy tail, go to the EBC, because you see you go by them, they just take a whole year to get there your ID card. Go now, go today, go soon, and make sure you take the responsibility and make sure that your name is on the voting list. Because you see, all of we, the sensible people in this country, we have a big, serious job. And that job is so simple, so easy, but so important and so big. We have to vote. Vote out the PNM. No matter how much food card all you're getting now, no matter how much all your roof fixing now, I understand it's granty and take everything, because it's all you and all you should have been getting all of that for the past 9 years. Take all of that. And when you see the election day, vote out the PNM so that we can have a better life, that we could live better. And you see how Annin talk about sports? It's just so we have people, intelligent people with a vision in the UNC who are going to fix the economy. Yeah, they're going to fix the health situation. Of course, the people have to help. Nobody is sitting down on the tail and nothing dropping on their lap, you know. All of we, is we, not I, all of we have to work hard to make this country a better country. And trust me, we're going to live better. We will live better when everybody realizes that, you know, this country has to be fixed. And we have to get in our head. We, the people have to fix Trinidad and Tobago. We have the power. Right now, they know very well they're depending on everybody, the smallest man on the street, to get them a work. Because when you vote for them, what you're doing is giving them the power to stay there, to lick up or continue licking up this country. So all you want things to change, on all the other. How much time is going to tell all you the same thing over and over? People should be sitting down. People should be waiting. People should be coming out and marching and telling Rowley, call the election now. We cannot take it anymore. Call the election now. Stop lying. Stop fooling the people. You understand? And when you sit down, imagine you have camphor coach, whoever she needs. That girl can't even draw a ring to pitch marble. You understand? But you have she as Minister of Sports. You understand? And have all of you saying down here now feeling like, oh God, we didn't get a medal. But how you will get a medal? How you get a medal when you have an incompetent, wicked, sinful, visionless, waste of time, evil government in power? And all you who have the government there, a lot of people learn, A lot of people learn. But I am telling you, we, the people, can fix this country, and we will fix it when we unite and fight, and we decide we are going to vote for the UNC. We don't want no 5 and 6 and 7 party, because we don't have enough people to do that. We can't afford to split the vote. And it ain't who I like and who I like and who I like. All we have to focus on our people. Everybody have a conversation with themselves. You have a conversation with you and ask yourself, how are you living? Could you live better? Are you getting all that you are entitled to as a citizen? Are you given the opportunity to do what you're supposed to do? What can we do better to make the youth, better? Can we do better in education? Ask yourself the question, is Trinidad and Tobago doing the way that it should do? Are we living the way we should live? Are things the way that they should be? Look at all the different sectors. You ask yourself, and when you answer that question, tell me if you could have the nerve to put your ex by the valley, say you should be going and living in the madhouse. Anybody who thinking about putting the ex by the valley, say, if they had to be totally insane. And I ain't talking about the ones who have millions and billions and looking to get more millions, are talking about the ordinary man on the street. You ask yourself, how is your life? How is your family life? How is your children's life? If all you want more, and if all you deserve more, and if all you want a government who will put things in place that will give all the opportunity. Nobody ain't coming to hand all you nothing, you know. But at least a government who will put the opportunities there so we can all work together to live the life that we as citizens are entitled to. I am tired of the embarrassment and the suffering. And it's all unnecessary, eh? One set of people getting everything. They're doing all, you know, they're getting this, they're getting that, they're making their life comfortable. The other I coming down on the highway, let me go. I come down on the highway. They nearly licked me off the road. I don't know who the hell was, I saw, well, someone had to be some official from the government. About 10 police cars and I saw a black car with siren blasting, driving behind them going. And we out here, going by the grocery, we going by thing, and we can get a bullet in the head. And all you, think about all yourself. Think about all yourself. Everybody had to say, you know something? It's my time now. I'm voting for me. I'm voting for my children. I'm voting for my grandchildren. I'm voting for my family. I'm voting to have a better country because you know why? We want to live better and we are going to live better if we, the people, stand up and go and vote for the UNC and give them the opportunity, along with all of us working, to make Trinidad and Tobago the gem that my country could be. Blessings, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. One of the comments here, Ms. Roadbrook, you are right about that one, 900%. We have Tommy Mohammed saying Miss Dress Up Like a Dolly is a failure. All right, I don't know who is Miss Dress Up Tommy Mohammed is talking about. Barry Budram is saying we must vote back the PNM. Kamala does not have a plan for Trinidad and Tobago. Right, well, tell them, Chrisan Rese, tell them, Miss Roadbrook, tell them, Miss Roadbrook. Right, I'm sure that's how she wanted to say it. She was excited to say it, so say it how she said it. Primrat is saying, one hater is on the live right now. Please back off right now. Right, it are them haters. Shanfa, no, well, Tommy Mohammed, it look like he's a hater. Tommy say, shameful is a big failure. So it's not Tommy Mohammed is a hater here right now. So the hater what we see here right now that don't want good for Trinidad and Tobago and yes, want to irritate you all. Right, and I don't believe Barry Budram and all want the PNM. He just hate Kamala and the UNC so much that he rather suffer under the PNM because his family members, everybody suffering under the PNM. You know that. But somehow, East Indian people have a way, not only them, but people have a way they don't mind suffering. So long as others suffer with them too. Right, Sharon say, yeah. Why Barry Do HYMC? All right, I know where's that. Right, well said, Miss Woodbrook. Right, everybody reply.
Your mother coming.
Love your contribution, Miss Woodbrook. That Gail say, I love your contribution, Miss Woodbrook.
Your mother coming, MYC.
Oh, that wait. They want the mother to come.
Yeah, your mother coming. All your mother coming.
Bang, bang, bang. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and LENNOX Smith.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
That Port of Spain make Lennox already saying, you know. But Port of Spain make Lennox have some kind of get a shock when I hear Lennox coming with anything resemble cost. And it's come across funny for me, boy. Because really, he don't think, you know. He always says he must suffer sense of the luminosity, of the diplomacy, of the big word. The only time here is getting real grassroots is when you get well vexed, boy. Oh God, that is a sude boy. Where he said etano, he said the mother of a sea of the thing and the mother says coming up it's straight, you know. Where you say LENNOX SMITH? Where you say?
Hold your mother coming. Hold your mother coming by.
Bang, bang, bang. The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and LENNOX SMITH.
Nice. Let me go to the lines. Morning caller. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning? Go ahead, caller.
Morning, gentlemen. Calling from the Barrack.
Yeah, the Barrack. Go ahead,
good morning to you, my friend.
Gentlemen, let me tell you something. You see about 80% of what is happening in this country is the men them who is to blame for that. The men in this country have lost their masculinity. The last generation of real men was our fathers. They would not stand up for all this kind of dotishness. All the domestic violence and things were taking place. They would understand. Women had respect for men that time. A man could do and say, but women would always respect them and treat them in the way that how a man supposed to be treated. This generation where we are now, and we call ourselves men, all we're studying to do is to run down money. Everybody want to be somebody who have money. And then we want to look pretty. You see like how Alwari them just be looking more prettier than their wife. That is what this generation of man become now. So all these things are taking place. A man, if he got a small horn, he would have walked away. He is going and bounce on no girl on no highway and thing and chop she up and beat she and all this kind of thing. He does say, all right, girl, you sort out, I gone. And he move on. And then I decided to say, thank God I end up with 2 daughters. Because if I have a son, and in the morning I see he taking his mother eyelashes and eyebrow pencil and put it on the eye and putting on underwear and all kind of thing. But me and I might have carry him my arrow and go to bed with him and leave him outside and see if he could make it back on his own in the water, you know. Because me bringing up no son named Paul, and then he want to be called Paula. You understand? And that's what this generation produce now. A set of men, little boys, that ain't sure if there's male or female. You carrying your son by hairdresser, and woman cutting the hair and grooming the eyelashes and all this kind of dotishness. And when you see a man, a young boy growing up, he competing for the space that the sister or the other schoolgirl competing for, instead of he go and play kick fighting or gun shooting or some kind of thing, he going and sit down in class and learning to crochet and play moral and hopscotch and all this kind of dotishness. That is why we in this place. So all this was going on in the country. Nobody have belly, nobody have balls to stand up and say, hey, we are taking them, because you know why? They're afraid if they get spray with pepper spray, if they get a batter, if they get a thing gas. That's what happening. They mess up their makeup. It's a more man now putting on makeup than anything else, you know. You see what they had to do? Big Victor, I a man that I don't have no issues about anything. When me and my wife going and shop and thing, I just go with she. If we travel and she says she want to go in Victoria's Secret to buy she negligee and she lingerie and thing, I don't have no problem. I just walk in with she. I go pick out where I feel she could look nice and all kind of thing. But when they want to change the name of Victoria's Secret to Vic, Tory, and Rhea Secret. So a man with name Vic, he go in and shop in there. A man with name Tory, he go in and shop there. And Rhea go in and shop there. So it's Vic, Tory, and Rhea Secret now. Because you can determine who is man and woman now in this society we living in. So people now who feel that they have a little power, like how Rowley and them operating now, they know that they could do whatever they want to do in this country and get away. And then when man behaving like this, women wouldn't have no respect for you again. Woman ain't gonna say, hey, you know, my man might be going through a little hard times. Things hard. But hear what? I'm going to burn my belly with that man. If we're going through it, we're going through it together. If we got to lose 50 pounds, we're losing it together. She deciding, oh, well, you see this man here buying a nice makeup for me. You see me, I'm going to look to get next man a flex and get something. And then, when you see the way we encouraging women to behave, to dress, to operate when in fete and party and carnival and things, it come like you telling somebody here what, I bring in a gift for you for Christmas, but the gift unwrapped. So women have lost all respect for men in how they preserve themselves and preserve their bodies. When you go in a honeymoon, long time, a man like a dusty man, he wants to rip off clothes and name because he know, he's seen something new brand, he's seen something nice, waiting for that. He can't wait. He take the Viagra walk out, all kind of thing, because he thirsty, he anxious. But when the same woman where you go and have a honeymoon with for the last 5 years, she naked on all the stage, whining here, whining low, this, that, I care how she look, I care that how, where you unwrapping, a million man don't see and all kind of thing. That is all because of how we lose respect and our masculinity in this country. And this woman right here have just begged me, he said, boy, let me tell you something. You have 2 daughters now to see about it. You don't study about these people, because if they lost their father, if I know how to be man and woman for them children, them. And I have 2 tigers whose daughters, they make easy, Them don't stand up for shit and stupidness and things like how people go thing, When them say they're going for something, they're going for something, they want it, they're determined. I could only imagine if them 2 girls was boys. What happened? No, I might have an army that all knows so wrong. We might have hide, And we, as men in this country, have to really do some retrospection of greed that we're running down. This pretty image we want to look like.
And wearing a set of tight pants.
And wearing a set of
tight pants now, boy. I can't understand this. Men wearing bottom squeezers now,
Just imagine, you are your 2 big balls and it's squeezing. You have a big voice. And when you're talking, hey, how you going? You're sounding like you're underwater. What is wrong with people? And then you're finding out how prostate cancer and thing on the increase. Which woman in the real mind will Alwari? When you see he stand up in front of a mirror, he taking longer than his wife to get dressed because he had to fix eyelashes, he had to put on lip, he had to fix here and there, and then when he come out, all he only doing is posing for pity. And people want to be like that. How a man could want to be like that? What kind of... And then if you're walking on the road and a man busts a juice pack and they go, boom! The woman ready to fight and the man running, oh God! They go, they're shooting. That's what Trinidad has become too. You understand? And then with this transgender thing and this LGBTQ thing and all kind of good. Just imagine, all the march we had all over the country, we didn't have quarter the amount of people come out to march for our LGBT march. And you see what happened the next day? Rain flood out the whole Port of Spain, the nastiness, the hedonism, and who vexed us? But that's the facts of the thing. What happened in Rome? Why you think that volcano covered the whole of Rome and burned everybody down to pieces? Because of the promiscuity that was practicing, the sodomism and all them kind of nonsense. God don't see them, don't go like them nastiness. And we bringing this into our homes and telling my children that if them see somebody that is a male and want to identify as a female, and you have an issue that is you who wrong and them have them right, And we standing up as man in this country and letting them put them kind of laws in the law books for us to live out our the next generation. And then you want to know why people are standing up and accepting these dotishness. Why a man, as soon as he get a little small thing, you want to kill your man, chopping up woman and all kind of thing. Because again, women have no respect for man again. Because we competing for the space that they thought that they would make them women. We competing for that. We want to wear bottom squeeze and tight pants and makeup and all them kind of stupidness. Until we grow up and understand this and bring back our masculinity into our boys in this country. Don't have little 11 years, 9 years old boy, don't have nearly 200 pounds because all of them feeding them is KFC and pizza boys and Burger King and all that. Let them eat some blasted blue metal and dashing and stew fish and all this kind of thing. Now, when you if you go and you buy a pound of red fish, you know you have to debone that and all kind of thing for children nowadays. Long time you suck that bone and you pelt it out, and if you got choke in your throat, you cough 2 or 3 times, you eat a piece of dry bread, and you handle that. Now you have to get fillet fish for your boy child. You have to make sure and give them you boil a pack of hung wing and you give them, now you have the hot Starbucks cappuccino and all them kind of dotishness. And you're asking why it is this place reaching like that? Because all we're focusing on is money, greed, and we want to look pretty. Which man wants a pretty man? Yes, you feel you're looking good, but when your woman says, my man I have a corn in his hand more soft than mine. Watch, when he's sleeping, he wore 5 pillows to put all around his neck and all on his back and all kind of thing. She can't get to hug him up because she had to hug up a set of pillow and all kind of thing. The man is smelling a little grimy one day in his life, he's smelling more sweet than she. You know, my woman does get weak when you see a man now done mix a load of concrete or some kind of thing, and he's smelling a little musty. And as you pass her, she go play, she's thinking she knows, but all of a sudden she just start to tremble, you know. Because that masculinity, that adrenaline, say she really, she testosterone and have she active.
So some of them want to smell a man like a man these days. They want no perfume.
That's why I see plenty of men that go behind the back and pick up all kind of man with cleaning drain and all kind of thing. And when the husband come home with the big jacket and tie and thing, she say, yes, darling, I had a day out at the movies. This time some drain cleaner eating out thing, you know. You understand? And she come back nice. And she say, yes, baby, would you like a cappuccino, hot or cold, and have a toast and this and that? And he gonna be sitting down on the iPad and that kind of thing. Anyway, fellas, let me tell you something. And this goes on in men, especially the man them who does feel the best thing to do is a beat and get on and all kind of thing. No man has no right in this world, under no circumstances, unless he had to defend his life. If you say, oh, you do something stupid and your woman drag ice because she come to choke you in the head or some kind of thing, you defend yourself. But don't go because a woman decide that she don't want you to go and kill the girl, to chop she up, to beat she. That only shows that she did make the right choice in the first place to leave you. Take all the time. They say the best and the most effective way to diffuse any situation, take a little time and make a little space between you and she. So, you and your girl have a little fallout, don't sit down in that room and argue and want to cuss and slap and thing. If you have a little car, if you have a thing, walk on the road, go and sit down and drink a 2 beer or some kind of thing, spend a little half hour, 2 hours, get back your thoughts in your head and know that that anger moment that you was in there, in 1 second it could go from anger to physical to something that could be enough fatal.
True. Good advice.
And she lose. So it's like you kill she and then you say, oh girl, she dead and I think you lost too. You could just spend the rest of your life in jail. So, fellas, this dotishness about beating up woman and thing, think twice. If you vote it, it's only a coward, is it? A woman who is weaker, who's supposed to be weaker than us. We're supposed to be the breadwinner. We're supposed to be the strength. Our man supposed to look up at you as a protection, not as something that would be abusive to she. Let she feel comforted, let she feel protected, let she feel valued, let she feel respected. And then you can see how a woman does really treat a man. And then you would understand what being a man is really about. Have a good morning, gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of holiday and take care, man. Later.
Thank you very much. Next caller, morning caller. We're calling from. What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Morning, come from Golconda. Hope you're hearing me.
Yes,
you hearing me?
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead, caller.
Under.
Nice. Yes, thank you so much. So, I'm listening intently to all the contribution, but you know, I like to go into the history of this thing. And the history of this thing stated that the PNM government has
what?
Well, if you go back to the since has been corrupted, the
has been corrupted.
PNM government has been corrupted since the inception of government. If you go back and check the history, you will see that it had the gap. It had the Gene Miles scandal. Things that people don't look at the history, nobody. There's an old saying that if you don't look at the history, you don't understand what will happen in the future. And this is right out of the PNM playbook. Every time there is some project, they have cost overrun. They always have bad roads to increase education. It's a deliberate effort to keep our nation in a servitude status. The United National Congress and the People's Partnership between the 2020 and 2015 period showed the country what we can achieve in a 5-year period. The PNM, over the 30 years and 40 years that they were there, did none of those things. They only talk about it. You understand? And one of the other things that we have to pay attention to, and it's very important, is that this PNM government, present PNM government, would have spent over close to $500 billion, and could be more, and have done nothing for this country. Health is in disarray. Security is in disarray. Crime is on the rise. Our road network is in the shambles at this point in time. Anywhere you go, you see a pothole. Just the other day, they coming off Papa Grand Bazaar, a sinkhole being formed. You understand? And all I'm saying is that what are they really doing with our hard taxpayers' dollars? They haven't brought in any direct investment. The last thing they tried to do, and it was very sad, is that they say that this gentleman from India coming to invest in the plant. When they get catch with their pants down, they say no, he didn't do no formal proposal. You understand? This PNM government, especially the Prime Minister, is only about lies. And we, the country, have to recognize that this is the truth. We must rise up, stand up and say enough is enough. Call election now. Thank you, gentlemen.
Very succinct and to the point.
And how she cut in food card. Yeah, she'd be happy to see how much cash she cut in, how much money she's saving. But this government, the Prime Minister, he can't say how much money he giving in legal abuse to all them lawyers and them. $120-something million. All of them getting, and he wouldn't say the amount they getting, you know. But he ain't saving no money from that. Eh? They don't ask them to save some money from it. Eh? But they want to pressure poor people more. That is why you can say you have to get rich richer. People must always suffer under this PNM going. That is the modus operandi under them. So I have done this PNM. Have a good day, fella.
Good morning, Andy, LENNOX and Mackie. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Andy, it is in the pipelines I get to understand. LPG gas. I hear looking to move the subsidies from that too. So if all the people of Trinidad and Tobago play stupid and go and vote in these bunch of evil scams, these criminals, well, good luck with that. But fire burn the PNM and burn all of them. Yes, boy, go deal with Rowdy and all of them, boy. Go have a special place in hell for them fellas, you know. These people and them exceedingly evil. So Trinidad and Tobago, think about it, LPG gas.
Andy, still a last caller, he wrong. Our number one lion the world is from. We only come second.
Nice. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Time check, it's 2 minutes. So whoever had a call, only go ahead, call. It's 2 minutes to the hour of 9 o'clock. Whoever proxy that, hey. Mr. Pleasant, good morning to Small Dread, a pleasant good morning to you, your wife, all of you, a pleasant good morning. Boudram John, a pleasant good morning to you. We see the next, it had Boudram John, and the next one was getting trouble. Oh God, you was just there, you know. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, that's it for voice notes. Let's see. Nice. So let's go ahead and make your calls. Let me take at least one more call or so. Or a voice note, let me hear.
Good morning, fellas. If we don't handle our independence very well, colonizers is going to come back in our life as investors. Have a great morning.
Very, very good. Listen. Already I want to hear that again.
Fellas, if we don't handle our independence very well, colonizers is going to come back in our life as investors. Have a great morning.
We are still under slavery, every man trying to say, but in a different way. Democracy, this, that, whatever. You see the 1% and the colonizers and the this and the that, they're coming back. The investors now is the new slave masters. Because then we're all. And then again we back nothing. That man was right. Boudram John, later everyone, please be safe. Barry Boudram is the one we're looking for. Where Barry Boudram? He gone? Hey, Suzanne Jones, good morning. Christopher Pleasant, good morning to you. Just Cool, good morning. Petra, good morning. Hey, Prescott, a pleasant good morning. Keith, and this is not Keith Rowley, eh? Keep Ramnat, a pleasant good morning. The Souza 007, all of you that are locked on, good morning. Ganesh Prasad, Elizabeth Williams, Matilda Rhodes, all of you. Pabaro, good morning to you. All of you that are locked on, man. Hey, all you don't forget, I need you all to go on the Pitbull of Radio. The Pitbull of Radio on TikTok. And only just press follow. I'm going to put up some things on there too. And only go and follow. You gotta get some 1,000 follows in order to go live TikTok. So let me organize and make up that TikTok follows there. All your young people, all your friends, all your people, just tell them, hey, you are TikTok. Go up there, I want to do my favor. Go look for the Pitbull Radio. Andy Williams, go look for that. And follow. Let me make up that 1,000 followers. Let me go. It has some live I want to do with the TikTok. Now I'm going to explore that, you know. LENNOX Smith, it's 2 minutes past the hour. Your closing comments, my friend. What about anybody on your side? Anybody you want to tell? Roger Worrell, a pleasant good morning to you. Bernadette Motu, good morning. Look at how much of you all now, boy.
Yeah,
Gloria
quite a few of them. I had to put on my glasses, but of course, Ken is there, D'Souza. Of course, Selwyn Batiste is also there. You have, of course, Nadira as well. We have, of course, Sharon is there as well. Grace Casa, is it? Is also there, and quite a number of them on the Facebook platform as well. I just made a few of them on YouTube. Just about 124 of them. So things are happening, and we are continuing, of course, to expand as people get to find out the best place to be to get your cup of coffee, tea, or juice, as the case may be. And mornings is the ground report, Monday to Friday from 6 to 9 o'clock. Of course, on social media platform only for the time being, I must say. Real Media TT, of course, you have Corridor Transformation, which is what I was gleaning from earlier. Corridor Transformation on YouTube, and of course on Facebook you have Love Laventille, and then we have, of course, Workers Union as well, who of course have made their facility available to us. And those of you who have some downtime and would like to join us as well, carrying, because the people may prefer, because you would have built up some kind of cadre of followers, then of course we are inviting you to communicate with us and just join us, and we will acknowledge on the ground report the mother of all what I consider to be social media programming in this country and clearly in the region and abroad. We will certainly want to encourage you and invite you. Takeaway this morning, well, of course there are several takeaways, but I particularly like the discussion with respect to some of the conflicts that women and men engage in throughout life, but with the central, should I say, problem, issue, is that of the PNM in the context of Trinidad and Tobago. Of course, the existential threat to our democracy. They have weaponized government against the people, and they have engaged in strategies, and I cannot overemphasize. I want those sycophants in particular. I know that generally the people have already been sold and understand what they have to do when the election is called, but there are those sycophants and those apologists who still, of course, eating from that poison chalice that this criminal enterprise called the PNM has of course projected to the population. And I want to tell you one time, if you don't believe me, just look at Balize House and tell me how come a broken party could be now constructing over $100 million worth of steel, brick and mortar. Why? Only because they are in government and therefore they stole. They are criminal enterprise. But the common threat, therefore, is the PNM, led by, of course, a man that is the most hated in this country, and I'm sure for future generations as well, when they read about the nature, character, personality of Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. Let me say once again that they know what they are doing. It is deliberate. For 4 years or so, they starve you and they abuse you and they generate all kinds of opportunities to make you experience pain, ache, agony, and then just about when they are about to leave office or to leave office or at the end of the constitutionally due period, they then of course open up the valve, and they now know that you need food cards, you need jobs, you need services that would normally not be provided in the previous 4 years, including road development, your own housing accommodation, reduction, of course, in certain costs and so on, all of that, and they will try to tide you over in order to convince you in just a few months that they are not what you know them to be. Please be conscious. Do not allow Dr. Rowley to talk about banana and he love Africans now, etc., as he is intended to do and will do going into an election period. As far as the relationship between men and women is concerned, I want people to, of course, I didn't hear it today, but I'm sure that this is a conversation that will continue, and that is the role of technology, the role of the opening up of the education system, so that people become more and more aware of the existence of these homosexuals and persons who have a different orientation, because it has always been. That is why, of course, you have Sodom and Gomorrah.
You're breaking up now, boy. You're breaking up.
That is why you have Sodom and Gomorrah. Are you hearing me better now? And I'm saying that because of technology, because of laws. All right, okay, but and because of so-called modernization, feminist movement, etc., that has influenced and therefore makes it much more visible. These are noticeable. These issues that has always been, but under the carpet. So, see you tomorrow, people. Of course, and don't forget tonight on the ground. On the corridor transformation, we continue, of course, to treat with issues such as these, among others. Andy.
Right, and don't forget, I have something to send from a very important.
Yes.
Very important.
But I have two things. I have to do right now. So let me get to work immediately. Within the next half an hour, I will be communicating with you.
Right, and the address. Don't forget the address too. Oh boy. Nice, thank you so much. Oh boy, so Trinidad and Tobago. Sean Martin, all of you. Salima Khan. Balroop, a different Balroop boy. Kenrick Passad. Good morning to you, Kenrick Passad, boy. Oh boy. All of you, look at how much new people. People that just finally. Very good. Kevin. Suzanne Jones. Reno, mute the thing, LENNOX Smith. Mute, LENNOX, mute. Dwight Noel, a pleasant good morning to you. Oh boy. Sharon Jogi, all of you are just running through here. Quick. I don't say small dread. Bernadette, all of you. Marcia Roberts, all of you. Joan. Wow, Abigail. All of you. So don't forget to go TikTok and just follow, please. Follow. Pitbull. The Pitbull of Radio. And look for Real Media TT. Alright, just look for Real Media TT on TikTok and the Pitbull of Radio. Follow both, please. It's important to do that. Okay? So until tomorrow morning, please God. Yours truly, the Pitbull of Radio, on behalf of the Ground Report team. We are out of here.
Tobago's best fisherman. Catch a fisherman wide 80 feet in span. He had to tighten the boat and swim back to land to get his brother Eric to give him a hand. You hear lie? That is lie. Lie? You hear lie? Teacher Pussy say if you tell a lie, you're going to hell as soon as you die.
Well, yes, people, of course, we have come to the end of another edition of the Ground Report on the corridor transformation. Don't forget, of course, we continue tonight. We will have some interviews as well. I think it was a tremendous experiment. Let me put that, or first time last night. And we had, of course, both David Lee and Indar Singh, respectively, the member for Pointe-a-Pierre and that of Couva South, talking with us on a number of issues relevant, and of course continuing to deepen, should I say, the divisiveness and understanding of the PNM and this criminal enterprise that Rowley has assembled together are essential threat, an existential threat to Trinidad and Tobago. So, have a wonderful rest of the day. God bless. See you tonight from 8 o'clock.
Sitting down correct, expertly made and fitting perfect. He used to sew for Shakespeare, make suit omelette, and up to this day yet make a mistake yet. You know the crowd went wild, they couldn't cool down. As a liar, the lion losing the crown. The judges brought the crowd back to order and asked the lion to lie out a tailor. He said, my man is the best, Rolf is his name. Cutting cloth, making
Thank you.